Well, hello. How's it going, friends? Firstly, I apologize for the not amazing internet at the moment. I'm hoping that's just gonna sort itself out, because, this is not an amazing thing to be doing a tutorial-y thing for, but you know what? We're just gonna roll with it. At the very least, the VOD will be a-okay, so we can take solace in that. Anyway, still trying to do this little, randomizer tutorial-y thing series. I guess it's a series now that I'm doing. Honestly, though, this was the last one that I had ideas for, so we're gonna do this because I like Super Metroid a lot. It's a very good video game, and it has a very good randomizer. Multiple very good randomizers, actually, but this is the one that I like a lot. So yeah, let's do it. So I suppose I should start with the usual. If you don't know, what's a randomizer? Well, essentially, you see randomizers in generally a lot of item-based sort of games, like Zelda and Metroid are great examples of that, where the regular item progression gets shuffled around, and in a way that the game is still completable. So, you might get item A first, then item B, then item C. Well, a randomizer will shuffle that around. You might get item B first, which leads to item A, and then C, and so yeah, it makes it for a very different sort of puzzle, a big puzzle to solve, essentially. And it's really, really cool. Randomizers are so great. I love the heck out of them. And yeah, today we're going to be looking at one for Super Metroid here, called the VARIA Randomizer, which happens to spell out Very Adaptive Randomizer of Items and Areas, which is just a great acronym because, it spells VARIA, like the suit, right? Pretty good. So, first of all, if you're looking for a Super Metroid randomizer, you're probably like, wow, there's like, people have made so many of these things. Which one do I pick? Well, I think this one is actually a great one to go for, and that is because of how this is set up. Essentially, you can really tailor the game, the seed, to your particular skill level. So it's all about, we'll have like presets up here, and I'll show you in a little bit. But basically, you can essentially tell the game what tricks you're comfortable at doing, what tricks you are able to do, how hard they are for you, and stuff like that. And it can generate a seed based on all the stuff that you know, and it's so cool. I personally haven't really messed around with that too much. I actually just go off of one of the base presets that they use for that, and that's worked out well for me. And today we'll be going through the newbie preset, which is basically very, very, very few tricks are expected. But it's still really, really cool. And they also talk about all these other things here, but yeah, the presets are the main thing. I won't go into this too much, but yeah, basically, yeah, you list what techniques you know, how well you know them, how hard it is for you, and then you can set, like, we'll get into more specific things in a moment. There's also a solver, which is essentially the spoiler log of this. You can actually upload the randomized ROM, and it'll give you... The solver is actually really cool, because it'll give you the expected item order, and actually what kind of tricks are expected too, which is really cool. There's also other things we can look into, which is like area randomizer and stuff like that. We'll get into all this later. But for now, let's hop over to the presets, because this is a pretty important thing. So let's see, yes, it should be set to newbie, because that's what I told it to load earlier. Double check that, we'll just go newbie. There's all sorts of other ones. I usually play on regular difficulty myself. But newbie is definitely what you want. If you're brand new to this. Like, if you've played through Super Metroid before, but you're not too up on tricks, newbie is the way to go. Casual adds in a couple extra things, like it definitely adds in, like, Mothballs and probably simple short charges and stuff like that. Maybe IBJs as well. But yeah, otherwise, I would very, very, very much recommend newbie for a new player, because, trust me, I've actually seen things like this where someone wants to try this randomizer, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna do regular difficulty. That's just standard and easy. No, don't do that. You will get your butt handed to you. Let me tell you what, because most of the time the Morphball's gonna be in the ceiling E-tank spot, which you won't know how to get to. You're like, I can't jump that high, and you just won't be able to figure it out. So don't do it. Play on newbie or casual if you feel. Newbie is what we're going to go for here. So, what tricks does Newbie expect? Well, you gotta know how to wall jump. That's a pretty basic mechanic in Super Metroid. And you gotta know about Shine Sparks as well. Also expects bomb jumps? Yeah. I think it might. Not a Newbie. It might on casual. I'm not certain. Standard bomb usage is fine, but IBJs, I don't think so, looking at this. But yeah, Shine Sparks, we'll get into those. Those are something that the game teaches you as well. We'll get into that when we find the speed booster when we play it. On regular. Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah. Midair Morphs are a bit of a weird one. But they're basically where you can, morph in midair, which can let you sneak into, like, some Morphball passages and stuff like that. Crouch jumping is such a strange one. Basically, if you jump while crouched, for some reason, Samus, it gets, like, I don't know, a couple pixels higher. It's so weird. And then you have unequip items is a weird one, and it's probably not even going to come up on Newbie, I would expect. It's stuff like turning off high jump boots to make a certain jump a bit easier, or turning off the gravity suit in Meridia in water so that you can, like, fit through a Morphball passage, for example, actually jump up and get into a Morphball passage. It's very rare that this comes up on Newbie, I reckon, so we're probably not even going to see that, but maybe I'll show that when we get there. And that's probably going to be everything that we have to worry about. This kind of stuff, like, some of these you definitely would want to know once you start getting into things proper, but for Newbie, we won't really have to worry about it. Maybe I'll show off some of these anyway. We'll see. And then it can actually set it. It's very area specific too, which is really cool. And what else is really nice? Often for a lot of these, they have links to videos of the trick in question, which is really, really good. And that's something I wish more randomizers did. But yeah, it's super specific here, which is actually really great. And yeah, there's all these sorts of different ones. It's pretty cool. But we won't get into this really because it's not going to be relevant to us, but it's pretty nice. There's like stuff for like various bosses. You could even set your controls so that you don't have to set them in the game itself, which is nice. But yeah, we're only worrying about these ones here, the very, very basic of basics, because I mean, it's fair enough. You've got to expect it to know something. I can't even imagine a randomizer without wall jumps. That would just be weird. I don't even know. Anyway, let's hop over to the actual randomizer itself. That would be a good idea. Here we go. You're probably looking at all these things and you're like, whoa, what's going on here? Set it to simple and we won't have to worry about that. So this is going to be based on what I last did, which is like regular difficulty, area, rando, and stuff like that. Let's not worry about that, in fact. So, we're going to hop this down to Newbie. And we'll say the start location will be landing site. Not really any reason to pick Ceres. It's just the standard game, like the standard start from the vanilla game, which you don't really need to do. I mean, I guess if you want to do it, you can set it to Ceres, but there's really no point. Landing site is what we're going to go for, but there are a bunch of other options as well, which is really cool. Major split full, which is good. I think this means, that might be an option in like medium or advanced settings. I'm not actually certain of that. Hey, guess what? If we're not sure, it can actually tell us, which is really good. What's really nice about this is it tells you what everything means, and it's so good. Yeah, majors, minors, that's what I was thinking of. So it can shuffle like major items, which would be E-tanks and all the major upgrades into one pool, and then the other stuff into another pool, which I don't really like. Because it kind of means that you have an idea of where everything's going to be. So we will just get rid of that. Yeah, full is what we'll go for. Go back to simple stuff here so we don't get too confusing. Progression speed medium is good. Now area rando, this is a thing that is really, really cool. I really like area rando. It can basically, it sets the game's sections into like, it shuffles them around, if that makes sense. There's not really a good way to explain it other than I'm sure this will do a decent job here. Yeah, it basically splits each area into sections, and it's so cool. And it removes a bunch of stuff so you can get around a bit easier. Probably a bit confusing for a new player, so we're not going to be doing it on this occasion. But again, once you're more familiar with the randomizer, I really would recommend trying it out, because area rando is so cool. I love doing it. It can make for some really interesting seeds, especially when you combine it with a random starting location. It's so cool. But yeah, we're obviously not going to do that because if you're new to this, it's probably going to be confusing enough as is. And that's probably all we need to do, but we can double check a couple extra things in the advanced settings here. This adds quite a few things. Like, we don't really need to worry about any of it. I don't actually tend to change much of this stuff anyway. Morph placement late. We'll just set that to early, just in case it's going to do anything with that. Everything else here is probably fine, I would say. This all looks pretty good to me. Anti-softlock layout patches. This is a good one. Like, again, there's a lot of text here to read, so don't stress if it's too much. But hey, you can always pause the video. But yeah, basically they add in a bunch of ways to get out of things. So like, yeah, like this shoot block is not usually here. The speed booster blocks apparently don't come back, which is nice. Plenty of other little things here and there, and I'll probably go into those as they come up in our seed that we play. But yeah, it's definitely a good idea to have this on, I think, because Super Metroid is a game that's rather easy to get soft-locked in if you don't know what you're doing. So replacing a bunch of blocks with shoot blocks instead of bomb blocks and stuff like that makes a lot of sense, trust me. And there's VARIA tweaks. This is also another thing that's kind of nice to have on. So like, for example, normally the Bomb Torizo fight, normally when you get his item, if it's not bombs, you won't actually have to fight him, but this changes it so that you do. And it also adds the wrecked ship E-Tank here without the power being on, because that's normally not a thing. Normally the power has to always be on for the item to spawn in, but they change it here, which is a nice change. And then this one in lower Norfair, you can activate the Chozo dude here without the space jump. Normally you need that. So these are all pretty nice changes, I think. It just makes a lot of sense to turn this on. So yeah, we're going to do that as well. Nerf Charge Beam is an interesting one. You can sort of start with a weaker Charge Beam that can still damage stuff. Up to you if you want that on. I personally like to leave it off. The rest is all good. Remove the fanfare when picking up an item. Can recommend. Speed up doors and elevators. Why not? Then there's these other things that I don't really like to have because I feel like they take away from the vanilla Super Metroid experience. Like spin jump restart is a big one. That's not normally a thing in Super Metroid, but you can make it so that, I assume it's when you hit jump in midair, if you're not somersaulting, you'll start somersaulting. I mean, that makes things a lot easier. If you want the game to be a bit easier, then yeah, go for it. Not my style though. Infinite space jump probably makes space jump way easier to use. Refill energy and ammo at a save station, which again is another nice to have if you're into that. The VARIA HUD I don't really like. I tried it out once. It puts like how many checks are left in each area, but I think it looks kind of ugly personally, so I don't really like to use it. Save the animal surprise is kind of hilarious, but we won't worry about that. Turn off background music or change the background music if you want. Plenty of things here. Plenty of things that the average, newbie player probably won't have to worry about. So yeah, once you load your ROM up here, you're basically set to go, because I think the standard settings... That's the thing, I don't remember if the standard settings make it so that regular is selected by default. I would hope it selects newbie by default, because like I was saying, if you start on regular, not really knowing what you're doing, might be a bit on the tricky side, so yeah, would not recommend. Anyway, this all looks good to me. But yeah, plenty of other options here, but thankfully, if you're curious about them, these nice question marks will tell you all about them, which is really good. Alright, I think with that, we're going to hit the randomize button. Boop. And we get this cool little animation, it's great. And at this point, it asks us to download the ROM. We're actually going to cancel this. I'm going to cancel the download because if we scroll back up, now we get the permalink to the seed that we just generated up here. So I would actually recommend clicking on this. And this takes us to the customizer, which is cool. So now we can customize things and it's fun. So you have like colors randomization, which we're going to turn on because like, why not? You can change like what certain things are, like what certain things actually get randomized. I like doing everything except the levels. I find the levels can look a bit weird. Then you can choose a custom Samus sprite here. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of options, even some that aren't Samus. I'm gonna recommend though, if you're playing this, like, you know, and start getting into some of the tricks and stuff, I think it would be much better to pick a Samus looking sprite rather than one of these ones, because there's certain lineups that are a lot easier with a Samus based sprite rather than some of these that look completely different. So that would be my suggestion to you, but I mean, otherwise, you know, pick whatever you want. Let's not have a custom sprite, we'll just take normal Samus. But the colors of Samus will look a bit different, so that'll be fun, we'll see what we get. Probably don't need anything else here. You can have a custom Samus ship as well if you want, which is pretty neat. Again, we won't worry about that. Custom music. This is a whole thing. Folks have made a bunch of, like, I assume, like, really interesting ports of a bunch of the music, and various other songs too. It's really neat. I actually really like this. But just for the sake of keeping things standard here, we're gonna say, don't touch, please. Leave it as normal. But yeah, the custom music stuff is really fun. But again, that's something you can look into if you're interested. We're gonna stick with the standard music here. Game comfort, remove fanfare. I always like to tick those even though they're probably already on anyways, but yeah, we'll just leave those. Everything else should be all good. Now we can hit the download button when it wants to load. There we go, we did it. Alright, that should be good to go. So, at this point, it is time for me to open up the ROM and all that. Give me just a second here, I need to know what I'm doing. Yeah, there are some weird ones, aren't there? Alright, let's load this up. Now, like I was saying when we did Link to the Past, the emulator I would suggest is SNES 9X, because that's probably the easiest one to get into. If you're looking for more of how to set that up, I briefly went over that when I did Link to the Past. But we're going to go with RetroArch here, which is what I usually use. Set this up. Okay, that should be good to go. And we're gonna want, where's the thing that I have? Here we go. Alright. Do we have everything up and going? I think so. This hopefully looks okay. Alright. So yeah, here's our little map tracker up. Yes, maps, I know. Crazy, what are those? So here's the full map. Again, it's a bit on the small side, so I learned my lesson from Aria of Sorrow, and we're gonna have, you know, split things up properly here. This should look pretty okay, I think. I hope. Yeah, it's got all the areas individually set up, which is really nice. So yeah, we'll leave this on criteria for now, because that's where we start. That should be good. Okay. So, first thing you want to do, before you even hit start game, if you didn't set it up in your preset, hop into controller settings and choose a controller setup that works for you. Maybe one that would need to use one for SM. That's fair enough, yeah, like, if you're, as I've always been saying, if you're new to these randomizers, like, a map tracker is so helpful. I personally don't really use them much. I prefer to, you know, think about the checks in my head and stuff like that, but if you're brand new to a randomizer, it can be very helpful for you. Anyway, yeah, come up with a control setting that you like. This is the one I like. I have shoot on A, jump on B, and dash on Y, which also sets item cancel to X. I like this setup because it means, what you really want for Super Metroid is you want to be able to dash and jump at the same time. And you want to be able to jump and shoot at the same time. So it makes sense to have a control layout that kind of suits being able to do that. I've seen cases where other people have, like, jump on B and shoot on Y and dash on A. That could work as well. That is kind of more like, you know, Mega Man X kind of controls. It's really up to you how you want to do it, but this is the setup I've always used. Hop down to exit, or end, whatever it is. And with that, we're basically good to go. Some people like to have Moonwalk on. I personally don't really like to use it. But yeah, it's an option for you. What Moonwalk does is it means, while you're holding down the shoot button, you can walk backwards and Samus will stay facing the same way. I personally don't like that, so I've always left it off. And yeah, up the top it's got the Beatom Puromi Viola. That would be the seed hash. Like how Link to the Past has like the 5 icons up the top, this is a similar idea here. So this is up here to tell you that you're playing the same seed. If everyone has the same words up the top, that's what that's for. Yeah, what did you call me? Jeez, rude. No. But yeah, with this, I think we're about set to go. Anything else I need to explain? I suppose I could explain some things on the map. I didn't actually explain the map tracker last time. But yeah, basically we have all these different colored icons. Almost all of them are going to be red because Super Metroid's like that. But green ones are ones that we can get to with no problems. There's also yellow ones which are possible with glitches. Blue ones which are ones you can see but can't get to yet. And red ones are ones that you cannot get to yet with what you've got. And as you see, as we'll pick up items, they'll be updating. It's like if we say we got the Morphball, this one's a thing now. Stuff like that. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. How's about we get started? Let's do it. So I like to start the timer right when we hit start game, so let's do it. There we go, we did it. Ooh, that's a color. Look at that green ship. It's a very green ship, and we have a very blue Samus here. It's great, I love it. Let's go. I like the sip. It's very blue. It's extremely blue. So yeah, there's really only, honestly, one check we can do at the start of Super Metroid without any trick knowledge. And we're just gonna have to head right on down to the Morphball. And it's probably gonna be the Morphball. Like, what else could it really be? So yeah, just head on down. Quick as you like. It is interesting that ZB starts not awake yet. Because I know with SMZ3 it actually does start with all the enemies being around and stuff. Not the case here for some reason. And yes, look, would you believe the first item is the Morphball? Because really, in Super Metroid, there's not a lot you can do without the Morphball. So we're going to say we're in Brinstar now. For reference, we are down here. It's a Morphball! Who could have seen this coming? Certainly not me. So we did it, and then we will say we got that. Yeah, I could maybe do Fusion. I don't know Fusion even remotely as well as Super Metroid, or even Link to the Past, but that could be fun to do. I don't think there's a map tracker for it yet, as far as I know. That's an E-Tank, cool. So you come down there once we get Morph. I suppose I should mark the E-Tank. I don't think that's going to be on the overlay, but that's okay. Yeah, the enemies look a bit funky as well. Alright, we can see what's up here too. It's a Super Missile. Super Missile here as well. So, I do know of a trick to get this early. You can basically damage boost off this guy. Look, maybe I'll just try it just to show you. Or this guy up there too. Oh, I'm bad. This is how you do it if you're good at the game. Which I'm not. Look, it's fine. It's Super Missiles that we'll come back for. In logic to get this in newbie difficulty will be like Ice Beam, or High Jump Boots, or Space Jump, or, you know, something like that. So yeah, we'll come back for that. It's fine. No big deal. And I also need to mark that. There we go. Now we get the criteria music here. Speaking of criteria, I need to set the map over. There we go. I hope the frame drops aren't too bad here. I'm seeing a lovely 10,000 drop frames, so it's, you know, ideal. On newbie difficulty? Absolutely not, no. On regular, they probably would. So yeah, now we can just head on up. And I'm going to assume we're going to see either bombs or power bombs on Bomb Torrezo here, but we will see what we get. Also curious that it's saying we can't get to Bomb Torrezo. I'm not sure why it's saying that. One of the few tricks you know. I mean, that's a good one to know. Infinite bomb jumps are definitely helpful. I might show how to do those when we get the bombs. Just because that would be cool for folks to see. Not something you'd be expected to do with this difficulty, but definitely good to know. Like, there's actually quite a number of tricks I could show, because this is a game I know pretty well. But I don't want to, you know, make folks think that you have to do these things. Yeah, I'm curious that it doesn't say we can go here. Is that because I don't have the missiles? No, it's saying I need bombs to do that? That's bizarre. I don't. Look at that, we got power bombs. Now we can get out. Oh, that would be why. Okay. Because it's like, oh, you can't escape from the area because you don't have bombs. We can do a trick to get out of that. Yeah, it's definitely cool. I might show them if they're relevant. I don't want to go too crazy with the tricks, though. So yeah, Bomb Torso, very easy with super missiles, as you can see. He dies to 2 supers, so yay. Okay, so since we did get bombs here, this means we can use power bomb and just head on out here, like so. So we will do just that. And now, generally, I like to route things like this. We could go to the left and head on over towards Brinstar. I think we shall instead head over to the right. Go ahead and top up our stuff here. Might as well save the game as well while we're at it. Trust me, in Super Metroid, you want to save whenever you can, because you never know what can happen with this. Alright. With the power bomb, we can bust through here. These are just bomb blocks. If you have normal bombs, those work too. Speed booster can bust through there as well. Plenty of ways to get past this. I have to say, I am surprised that it considers... Why is it saying we can get to wrecked ship? I'm very surprised to see that. We should not be able to do that with what we have. Yeah, me too. Now this is a bit of a tricky jump here. You might think, oh, I need Grapple Beam to do this, and if you're a newer player, you might. You can actually do a little jump from here. You have to jump right as you get off, like that. And that gets us some missiles. Mark that, there we go. Yeah, I'm surprised it's saying we can get to the wrecked ship. I don't know why it's saying that, that's weird. We're not gonna do that. Yeah, we shall use our newfound missiles to take out these dudes. And there's a sneaky hidden floor here. And we're gonna pan the camera down, because these crabs hurt. I want to say, I think these guys do like a full E-tank of damage. So yeah, really be careful with them. Yeah, but like, the continuous wall jump that's like, frame perfect? On casual difficulty? I would be surprised. Or newbie or whatever. Regardless, we're not doing that. Yeah, no, it's not easy at all. I can't even do it. It's really hard. And I know this game pretty well, and I cannot do it. So no, we won't be doing that. Okay, we need to set this to Brinstar, because we are here now. Also, let's be careful and make sure we don't die, because dying would be bad. There we go. But yeah, you can see there's a heck of a lot of green on the map. I'm looking at some of those green dots and I disagree with some of those. I should probably clarify, this is just the standard Super Metroid Randomizer map tracker. So it might be like, I don't know. You can actually set the difficulty on this thing, it's weird. Normal, hard, open, full, tournament. I don't know. It's weird. We're gonna leave it on casual, which apparently there's some of those green dots on there, I'm like, yeah, no, I disagree. So we will ignore some of those. Oh, jeez. Okay, this is not ideal. Ah! Ah! Not my finest showing. That's a gravity suit. That's really good. That's really good. Where are we? We are there. And don't be like me and forget that you can blow this up. Let's do a reserve tank. Alright, so yeah, the health situation's not amazing. I would prefer not dying. Not dying would be good. Ah! It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't panic. Everything's fine. See? The beeping sound is intentional. Yeah. Ah. See? Don't panic. Okay, so we got those two. And now, generally for routing, I would, at this point, head on back. Back the way we came. So we will do just that. Yeah, I don't know. This map tracker, I disagree with it. But we'll see what it... See what it does as we go. Yeah, I would suggest ignoring some of the green on this map. Which is not very beginner friendly, is it? Wow. I want to say that the Varia Rando might actually have a, I think there might be a map tracker on the website, actually. I never looked into that. That might be something to look into at some stage. Anyway, we shall carry on. Go ahead and heal up, absolutely. Save the game. Okay. Next up, we'll head back into Criteria here. There's one other check we can get that I didn't get earlier because we didn't have power bombs at the time. And you can see on the map there's one down at the bottom too. We could go and get that, but I think we'll come back for that a bit later. There's a bit of a better routing thing we could do for that. So instead, we will just quickly head down here, open this up. Use a power bomb to bust through these blocks. Get some more supers, very nice. Now, we're gonna do a little Midair Morph here, and this should be in logic actually, by what the tricks were saying. So the way you do that is, while you're holding jump, if you quickly double tap down on the D-pad like this, you can do a morph in the air. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get into this little gap that's right here where I'm shooting. Can be kind of tricky, but it's definitely worth knowing, like that. So you really quickly want to morph and start holding right. It just takes some really fast button presses. Something definitely worth practicing, because there are actually quite a number of situations where you have to do stuff like that. So that's one to learn for sure. I will also mark that on the map in a moment that we did that. But for now, we will head back this way. There we go. We'll be getting another item in just a moment here. Another super. Cool. Mark that. Okay, so there's actually a way we can peek at two of the Gauntlet items here. If we use a power bomb, and this might specifically be a power bomb block, I don't 100% remember. Watch out for those nerds. We can get up here, and we can see that we have a super missile and an E-tank. We'll be coming back for those, but we can't quite get to them yet. Now, if these dudes latch onto you, aim upwards and shoot a missile is the best way to deal with them. I see a lot of people like, I don't know, try to use bombs or power bombs to destroy them. You don't have to. You can just aim upwards and use a missile and it'll hit them. Take out these guys. Now, I like to open this door as I'm passing by. So one thing about how doors work in Super Metroid is if they're a special door, like a missile door, super missile door, or a power bomb door, or even like a locked door that opens after doing something. Once you've opened them, they will stay blue for the rest of the game. even if you don't walk through the door. So I'll show you what I mean. If we come back into this room, as you can see, this is a blue door now, and it's gonna stay that way forever. I just like opening that up. The only reason we need to go there later is when we're ready to go to the end of the game. So yeah, hey, it's gonna save us 5 missiles on the way to the end later. We can shoot these hives to get a bunch of stuff. Stuff that we don't really need anymore. So over we go, and now we shall head down to Brinstar. Hop back over to Brinstar, there we are. Now, there's a fair bit of green on this that I would recommend not looking at. But there is one item we can get in here. Open this up. And here we have a screw attack. Would you look at that? That's pretty good. That'll be this one here. Now there is a trick we could do here that I always like to do called a Mothball. And it's basically, what it does is it lets you keep running speed while in the Morphball state, and that actually lets you pass through these gates that close here. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna come back with Speed Booster, I think, because again, I don't want to show off all the fancy tricks and stuff that you don't need to know. But if you do want to get into tricks, Mothballs are a really good one to know. But that might be something I can talk about. Maybe after the run, I could show a few tricks and stuff. I don't know. It is pretty vanilla looking, I agree. But that's alright. So we can use a power bomb here. Also gonna open up these doors while we're passing by, because that's just how I like to do things. Like a super there. Head down this way. And we shall meet some friends, which we will take out with some missiles. That's the best way to handle it. Now this one coming up, there's gonna be a sneaky, invisible, or, you know, fake floor here. Just kind of just takes some timing to get used to where it is. It's like there-ish. I think it's like a 3-tile gap or something. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But yeah, you just want to jump and you'll get over it. Super missile there, E-tank there. Alright, let us go down. Let's actually see. Yeah, it's 3 tiles there. You can see that. Head on down. But yeah, since we have the screw attack, it's a lot easier to take out enemies now. We have these dudes. These dudes show you how to wall jump. I like them. That is a mean save room, because if you save there, and you're like playing the game for the first time, you better learn how to wall jump, because you ain't getting out of this room otherwise. But again, I'm gonna say that that is, you know, assumed knowledge here. And here we have some missiles. Great. Okay, so on the map, that is these two. And this one. Good stuff. Alright, now we shall head on to Pink Brinstar. We found it. Wasn't hard. Now, there are quite a number of ways you can get through this. We have screw attack, so we can bust through. We can use a power bomb. We could use regular bombs. We could use the speed booster. There's a lot of potential ways you could get through this. Since we have the screw attack, we shall just bust through. Oh yeah, I think they are. It's fine. Now again, this might be a bit of a tricky jump for you, but again, I'm going to assume you are used to how wall jumps work. Because we can wall jump up this way. Get ourselves a reserve tank. Then we can use a power bomb here. Head over this way. That'll be that one. Don't jump into spikes, preferably, but not a great idea. Since we have the screw attack, we can take out these dudes easily. Otherwise, probably super missiles are the way to go against them. I think they die to like 2 supers. Missile there. Now, I do believe Varia changes this block right here, to a shoot block. Yes, that used to be a bomb block. It's a shoot block now. So that's helpful in case you get a bit stuck. Because like if you come in here and you don't have any power bombs, you'd be in a spot of trouble. And we can do another Midair Morph to get out. Like so. down, get a super missile, use one of these, get another missile, good stuff. We can't do what's down here yet. We do have the power bombs to get there, but we don't have the speed booster. We'll need the speed booster to get that check later. So we can click you and you. And now we shall go and fight our friend Spore Spawn. And again, it's saying we can get the item in here. I very much disagree. This map tracker is all kinds of weird right now. So instead, we're just gonna go fight our friend Spore Spawn. Now, there is a trick you can do to actually completely skip the boss fight. Yes, he's getting some screen time, I know. It's crazy, right? Now, I want to say they might have changed this. Yeah, this used to be a Morphball tunnel here. They changed it so that it's not, so that, again, you don't softlock yourself. There's a save room to the left there if you feel you need it. I don't. So we're gonna go on. You can take out these dudes with one missile or with a screw attack. And then we come to Spore Spawn himself. Now, every speedrunner ever will tell you that this guy is the DLC of Super Metroid, because yeah, as I was saying before, there is a trick that lets you completely skip him, so... it's not often that you actually see people fight this guy. So honestly, it has been a while since I've fought Spore Spawn myself, so... But it should be easy with the super missiles here. Yeah, you just shoot him when he opens up. These things give you plenty of health and ammo for you. It's a pretty standard boss fight. Probably take like 4 supers. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Oh yeah, while I'm thinking about it, one thing I do recommend new players get used to is using the item cancel button instead of cycling through all your things with select. Because you're not always going to have the same amount of stuff up there. Because like in some seeds, you might not ever find the Grapple Beam or the X-Ray. So you're going to have a different amount of times you're going to have to cycle through things. So I really recommend, instead of having to hit select twice here to go back to my beam, I can just hit X once. I really recommend getting used to that. It will make your life a lot easier, and you'll have to mash buttons less. But yeah, Spore Spawn defeated, we can come down here and we'll be getting this item. It's super missiles, that's vanilla, so that's cool. Bust through there. Use a super on this. Use a thingamajig power bomb on that. And we shall continue on. Okay. Let's come over here. There's a sneaky little secret pipe here. Has a missile in it. That'll be this one. Brinstar pipe, yes. Okay. Now, sadly, we didn't find any items that would help us out here. Because generally, if I have a way to jump up to this door, I like to try to do that. And we can kind of loop around, and there'll be a couple other things back in Blue Brinstar we can get. This door leads back to Blue Brinstar where the Morphball was. But annoyingly, I don't think we're going to have a way to do that. At least as far as I know. Ways to do this would be like if you had the Ice Beam, you could freeze this guy and jump up. If you had the Morphball bombs, you could infinite bomb jump up there. If you had the high jump, you can just jump up there. If you have the speed booster, you can get a bit of a running start and jump up there. Sadly, we have none of those things, so we'll come back to that later, I suppose. I feel like people undervalue the missiles. It is doable? Yeah, I've never actually tried that before. But it's fine. We'll come back to it. Now this is called the Noob Bridge because, you know, new players often forget that the run button exists. Just hold the run button. That's all it takes. Alright. So now we're at the other side of Red Tower here. We are here on the map. What is that one, by the way? Missiles top. Wait, what is that one? Oh, yeah, I know what that is. We haven't gone there yet. You forget the run button exists and you've played it? Oh, man. Sounds like you need to go to Noob Bridge there, Flynn. Nah, I don't know. So we'll head on down. There was an item we could potentially have gotten back there, but it wouldn't be in logic, that's for sure. Over here is a useful room. This is a healing station if you need it. I definitely recommend opening that as you're passing by. Head on through. Oops, watch out for that. Go ahead and open this up. This is another nice change for the Varia randomizer. This is a shoot block, and then the block after this one here, is a bomb block. But they changed that so that they're both shoot blocks, which is nice. It is unique to this game, yeah. It is kind of awkward having the run button there. So that'll be this one. It was kind of an odd decision to have the run button in there. Like, as much as I love Super Metroid, yeah, it makes a couple of weird decisions sometimes. And the run button is one of those. But you get used to it, I guess. Okay. Next up, I guess we'll continue on with, like, kind of the standard progression the game would expect here. We'll head down to Norfair for a moment. As you can see, there's not a whole lot we can do here. Open this up while we're passing by. Open this up. Take out this guy. Now, there is a little bit of a speed trick I like to do here. We're going to equip the missiles before we go into this room. We're going to run into the room and we're going to jump and try to land at the left side of the room. And we're going to quickly try to take out the enemy down here. We did it. So we want to take out that guy really quickly because we can open this door. And like I was saying earlier, once you've unlocked a door that's normally locked or a different color, it'll stay blue for the rest of the game. So now, when we come back into this room later on, it'll be open for us, which is just handy. We can also hop up here, do a quick Midair Morph, use this, get ourselves a speed booster. That's pretty nice. I like that. Also hop down here, and this is where the high jump normally was. It's missiles now. Good thing we can wall jump on out. Go ahead and mark these. Boop, boop, and boop. Good stuff. But yeah, since we've already killed this guy, we don't have to worry about killing him again. And this is a particularly helpful trick that I just showed you here. If you're playing SMZ3, there's a pretty decent chance that you might come here without the Morphball due to how the map warps work. I won't explain that because we're not playing SMZ3. But yeah, if you come here without the Morphball and you don't kill that guy quick enough, you have to wait for him to go all the way around the room. It takes a while. So yeah, that's why it's better to try to kill him as quick as you can. All right, at this point we're gonna save here. Like so. And it is saying there's not anything else we could do in Norfair, which is probably true. In newbie difficulty. I'm wondering if newbie difficulty would expect us to do the crade jump here. It's green on the map, so I guess we can do it. So here's a sneaky little thing. I mean, I'm going to assume you would know this if you played Vanilla Super Metroid, but yeah, there's a sneaky little secret over here, which is really important, actually. So, this is a bit of a tricky wall jump. You can do it. You can jump from this, hit the platform, and then wall jump off of said platform to get up. It's actually kind of tricky, as you can see by the fact that I'm bad. There you go. That's one way to do it. We might be able to do it with the speed booster as well. Yeah, see, the speed booster will give us enough height to get up there too. Like so. Or if you have high jump, you can just jump up there. It's the least exciting one, but that is an option. So now we're here, we can use one of these. Open this on up. Get rid of these nerds. Use a power bomb to get this item as well. It's a missile. That was a quick Midair Morph to get through there too. That's another good example of a spot to do a Midair Morph. You see, I'm double tapping down, and Samus turns into the Mothball before hitting the ceiling. That's really what you want to go for. Again, it just takes a bit of practice. You can see on my input display there how I'm kind of doing it. I'm holding down jump the whole time as well. That's another thing to note too. So yeah, once you get used to Midair Morphs, they're very helpful for situations just like this. She'll head down this way. Should also mark that I got this item. Is this the one? Yes. Alright, and then we have some pirate friends. We can shoot a missile. We can use the speed booster since we have it to just smash our way through little baby Kraid here. Now, if you were in need of health or ammo, there's some upstairs, up that way, but don't need to worry about it. So we won't. We shall instead go this way. And we're gonna take the fight to Kraid. And we're not gonna do quick kill, because I still don't know how. I wouldn't show it off if I did anyways, honestly. Hello, Kraid friend. Since we have super missiles, we're gonna try to use those on him. They will do some very good damage. Nice. There you go. Basically just jump and shoot his mouth. There's not too much to it. You should have a decent amount of supers by the time you get here. Just use those on him. The first shot, you have to shoot his eyes. That'll get him to open his mouth. And then you can, shoot a bunch of stuff in his gob. That's really all there is to it. Here, we get a reserve tank. Okie dokie. Mark that. And then, I guess at this point, yeah, now that we have the speed booster, there's a couple more things back in Brinstar that we can do. Well, I mean, I guess we're technically still in Brinstar, but you know what I mean. Use the speed booster again to dash through these nerds. There we go, we did it. Ah. Head on down. Do a bit of this action. And then this is another kind of sneaky item here. Since we have screw attack, we can just get rid of those guys. Shoot the ceiling for a super missile. There you go. Okay. Now that we have the speed booster, I'll actually be able to show what I was talking about earlier with getting back to Blue Brinstar. So why don't we head that way? And I tell you what, this will give me an opportunity to show a bit of an advanced trick that I was talking about. Looking at things, I guess they would want us to, I'm wondering how you would do this in a newbie situation. They might want you to climb Red Tower at this point, but I feel like that would be a little on the tricky side without Ice Beam, but I guess you could do it. Maybe I should show that even. What you would do in that situation. Because yeah, I should also note, actually, let's head back for a second. This platform here, they added that in to Varia. That's not normally there. So it makes it so you can get out without Ice Beam. Okay. So, yeah, let's head up this way. Oh, right, I forgot that that was a destroyable platform. My bad. Does that come back? Oh dear, it might not come back. There we go. Could be careful not to blow up the platforms. I don't know why they're all destructible anyways, it's kind of weird. But yeah, what we would do if we wanted to get up here is you can use a super missile to take these dudes out. If you're good at your wall jumps, you can work your way on up here. Like so. And then you would shoot that open and then wall jump your way up before the block respawns. It's a little bit tricky, but with a bit of practice you can do it. But let's not do that. I'll instead show something that definitely wouldn't be in the newbie category, but I think it might be good to show this all the same. Slightly more advanced trick here coming up. Run on back. Speed booster will help us out. So we're gonna do what's called the gate glitch here. So we might be a bit stuck. Oh no, we can't possibly hit this. Oh no, we're stuck on this side. Well, it's a bit of a funny thing with gates that are specifically facing this way and only this way. You can use a missile or super missile at a weird angle, and sometimes it'll just hit. So what you want to, I can't really even explain this very well. It just kind of works. Is stand like a little bit away from it, and then you're gonna turn in midair and shoot like this. So you're gonna go like that, and you just kind of fiddle with it, and it'll just kind of work. That's honestly the best explanation I can give you. You just kind of do this, and it'll just kind of work eventually, I promise. There you go. I couldn't tell you what makes that work, but it works. It's so strange. Yeah. Okay, so now that we have the speed booster, we should be able to get back up here. So let me show you what I was talking about earlier. Since we have speed booster, we'll be able to gain some speed. And we can jump right on up. Yeah, no kidding, eh, Flynn? Up, there we go. So yeah, that's how you can do that. And now with the power bomb, we can head through here. Use the screw attack to kill these dudes. And then we can, yeah. Just make sure you shoot that door before you head on, because that means it'll be open for next time. Get a missile there. Use another power bomb. Head on through that way. We will have enough power bombs to get the... Ooh, no we won't, actually. That's annoying. This is the problem with only having 5 power bombs. I don't know if any of these dudes drop power bombs as well. Maybe not. But now we can shine spark to this. I'll show you how to do that. We did it. Oops. Just let me click that. There we go. So if you're unfamiliar with shine sparks in Super Metroid, what you want to do is you want to start running with the speed booster. And then when you see Samus start to do the actual speed boost like this, you want to crouch, like so. Then she goes all flashy glowy. And then you can hit the jump button afterwards. If you do that, she's going to go straight up. There's that brief moment where she's in the air, like not going anywhere yet. If you hit the direction you're facing, Samus will shine spark in that direction. And you can also do shine sparks in midair as well. You have to be moving first. So yeah, if you want to jump while you have a shine spark ready, you have to be moving first, then you jump. And then if you want to actually shine spark in midair, you have to not be somersaulting. So what that means is you will have to cancel out of the somersault with R or L, whichever button you prefer. Then you can hit B or whatever your jump button is again, and then hit the direction. Again, this is a lot to take in, I know. Like that. Again, you can see how I'm doing it on the input display there. It's pretty useful to know how to do shine sparks, and they are expected in newbie logic here. Actually, thinking about it, we can do this. Alright, so we're going to use one power bomb here. And then we're going to shine spark up this shaft. Like so. And now keep in mind, we have one power bomb here, and that will be enough to get us out of here. Now this is a bit of an interesting room here. There's a sneaky invisible floor. Since we have the gravity suit, we can just jump up to that. But if we don't have the gravity suit, I'll show this off. If you jump just as you go in the door, like so, you can also make it up there. And up here we have missiles. And we also have super missiles. Great. Yeah, shine sparks are pretty tough, but they are something to get used to, for sure. Now we'll just head on out. Now it's a good thing we have that one power bomb, because we're going to need it to get out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay the power bomb, and as we're falling down the shaft, just hold right on the D-pad, and you'll see what happens when we do that. So we'll use this last power bomb we have here. head on down, hold right, because there's a sneaky little fall block here. And then we can just, you know, drop out this way. A lot of people don't really know about this, because they might think, oh, I have to use another power bomb to destroy these power bomb blocks to get out. No, you don't. As long as you just hold right when you're falling down the shaft, you will hit that fall block there. So you can get out there without spending another power bomb. And we had to do that just then, or we might have been a bit on the soft locked side, which would have been bad. So it's a good thing we did that. Okay. Let's head back up. There's one other check we can do. Then I reckon we should stop by the ship and just get our, Actually, there's 2 more checks we can do. Although one of them's going to be probably not in newbie logic, actually, so we won't do that. We can set this back to criteria now. There we go. We're going to get the one down the bottom here. And then you see that one in that long, thin shaft just near that. That one is technically possible, but I would say probably not in newbie logic, so we might wait on that. Get a missile for our troubles, great. But yeah, you can use the screw attack to get this, which means that if you have like just the screw attack and no morph ball, it is possible to get this item down here. You can also use a power bomb or regular bombs to get that too. Mark that off. Okay, now let's head back to the ship, where there'll be a couple more things we can do, actually. I'm also very surprised that the map tracker is saying the Gauntlet is not possible. We have the speed booster, so we should absolutely be expected to do that. I'm very surprised. This is such a weird map tracker. I don't understand, but look, I guess we can get those, and we will. I'm curious as to what puts those in logic. Probably high jump? Maybe I'll check that in a moment. Yeah, possibly I should have looked into the VARIA rando tracker that it has. That might have made things quite a bit more accurate. But that's okay. We're going with things here. Looks like those frame drops might have settled down a bit now. Hopefully they have. Why does my internet have to be so weird? Can I just say that, by the way? Head on over here. Go ahead and save, of course. There we go. Okay, so this is another case of where we're gonna shine spark. Might be able to stay caught up now. Yeah, I apologize for it. If you just refresh, that'll put you, you know, as close as possible back to where I am. So maybe try that as well. Alright, so this is where we're gonna have to shine spark to get up to. We're looking at this item up here where my mouse is. So how we're gonna do this is we're a solid minute behind. Ugh, yeah, no. I apologize for that. Don't know what's up with my crappy internet. Anyway, so we're gonna shine spark up here. We're gonna do a diagonal shine spark. The way we can do this is we'll set this up, start a shine spark, we're gonna jump, hit R, hold R, and then hit jump in the air. And Samus will do a shine spark in the direction she's facing, which in this case is diagonally up and to the right. So that gets you up here. This is where we want to be. I'll show that again on the way back. Not my fault. Yeah, I know it's not my fault, but I've been having a few internet issues lately and it sucks. It is, not a pleasant thing. But anyway. Wow. Interesting is all I can say about that. That's a high jump boots, very good. And that curiously still doesn't put, the Gauntlet in logic? What does? This is such a weird map tracker, because we can definitely do the Gauntlet with what we have. Unless it's looking for, like, more power bombs? No? What is it looking for? Bombs? Space jump? What is it? What puts this in? Hang on. VARIA? No, what? What? I'm so confused. Why is the Gauntlet not in logic? Is it like E-tanks? It is E-tanks. You can't even see the E-tanks on the tracker there. That's not on the broadcast view. Why? That's just weird. Okay, look, I updated my E-tanks. It's bizarre. Why I have no idea. I guess it's because, like, the acid hurts, so they want you to make sure you have enough health to do it? I don't know, that's strange. Either way, we shall heal up again. That's so strange. Save the game. I'm just gonna update my missile count that you guys can't see as well. And like 2 reserve tanks or something, I don't know. That's so weird. Okay, so now we can do the gauntlet, and I will show this. So, okay, oh yeah, I was gonna show the diagonal shine spark again. So, we start the shine spark, we jump, we hit. That didn't work. It's hard to explain things while doing them, honestly. But yeah, you want to make sure you are holding R when you hit the jump button in midair. That's basically the main thing with that, as you can see. This is stuff that might take practice if you're new to things. But yeah, honestly, the landing site is a great spot to practice this stuff because it's nice and open, and also there's a save point right there. Which means you can, since this is Samus's ship, you can just get all your health back. But yeah, since we can do that, we can actually make our way up here too. Like so. Can use a power bomb to open this up. I'm gonna tell you what, we're just gonna go and get our stuff back as well. Yeah, I wouldn't want you going in with no E-tanks. It is weird though, isn't it? So strange. I would love to save, yes. Okay. So yeah, now we're gonna do what is referred to as the gauntlet. We can use the speed booster to jump up here, use a power bomb to open these blocks up like I did before, or the screw attack can do it as well, actually. And it's actually really nice that we have the screw attack, because that'll make this section a lot easier. My recommendation for doing this is either 10 power bombs or the screw attack. The speed booster can do it as well. You can actually start a shine spark from that top right room, drop down onto the platform below and shine spark across to the left. It's a very weird one and probably not something that would be in newbie logic, so I won't show that. Oh no! Excuse me! That's very rude. I'm rambling and not paying attention to things. But yeah, that's another way you can do it. You can actually shine spark all the way to the door here, pretty much. Missiles there, great. Not what we need to see, sadly. Use this, quick as you like, because there's acid that's a little bit scary. But yeah, screw attack makes this a lot easier. Now this is a nice little trick here. If you morph here, drop a power bomb right there by that second pillar. The explosion will actually hit the bomb wall so you can get through. And now this is another trick I like. This one's actually pretty nice. Because, you know, normally you go through the gauntlet, then you get to the end, and then you have to kind of pick a side. You pick either left or right. Don't you worry, there's a way you can get both, and I will show you. So what we want to do is we want to shoot out these rows here, but not the bottom one here. So what we want to do is we want to line this up. We want to stand here. And we're going to line this up roughly with the middle of the next row down. Like that should be pretty good. And now what we're going to do is we're going to jump, we're going to aim downwards while in the air, shoot the block that we're standing on, and then we'll start falling through both sets of 4 blocks here. Once we've done that, we can aim down with L and shoot the wall on the left side, like this. And there we go. Now we can get this. Hey, Chrisley, how you doing, man? So we get that item, then we can just shoot the wall over here and get the other one. And there you go. You can get both items in one trip. Very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. So I really recommend using that one. All right. Where do we want to go? Let's actually head back to Brinstar, because there's a couple other things back in Brinstar we can do now that we have the speed booster. Let's go do them. Yeah, of course. No, it's good playing with you. Always good. Always good. Alright, set the map to Brinster, like so. We're gonna finally get those 3 green dots up here that have been staring at us for a while. I'm still gonna disagree with this one until we get a certain other item. Alright, so, now that we have the speed booster, we can just simply dash through these blocks up here. Or not blocks, but these, you know, past these gates, like so. And we're gonna get, aha, the bombs, very good. It's always good to find the bombs pretty early, and it's good that we did. And a Varia suit, excellent. Now we're talking. And now we can use the bombs that we got to open this up. And find an X-ray scope, also can be nice. It doesn't help too much. But again, if you're like new to the game and not sure about where checks are, the X-ray scope can be useful. It also does help for a few boss fights as well. I almost did, yes. We won't talk about that, but that was almost a thing that I did, yes. Maybe I could briefly show it off, just for fun, since we've got this check the normal way now. Go ahead and grab these lovely power bombs up here. You always want to see more power bombs, because only having 5 sucks. Yeah, maybe I'll quickly show this. So there's a nice way to get this without the speed booster. This is not in newbie logic, by the way, but it's probably in casual mode. In casual difficulty, I would reckon. The way it's kind of hard to explain, but basically, there's 2 ways to do the Mothball. There's the easy way and the harder way. I'm going to try to show the easy way here. What we're going to do is we're going to hold run, and just as we go through this doorway, we're going to jump, and we're going to make sure we're holding jump the entire time. And then, we're going to bonk off the ceiling. As we bonk off the ceiling, we are going to hit down. So Samus is going to be aiming downwards like this. And then, once we're doing that, again, we're keeping jump held down the whole time. We're going to wait just until she hits the ground. Then we're going to morph. If you do it right, you will morph like this, where Samus won't bounce. You have to morph just before she hits the ground like this, like I'm doing here. Just like this. If we morph too early, it'll look like this, and we'll bounce. We don't want to bounce. And then once we've hit the ground and done that morph, we're going to quickly swap to hitting right. We're basically setting up what is called a Mothball here. This is going to let us get through this without the speed booster. So here we go. Hopefully that all makes some amount of sense. It probably doesn't, and I don't blame you. But I'll show it off, and you can kind of get an idea of what I mean here. So we're going to jump through the door. Keep holding jump. And there you go. It's quite hard to explain in words. I think it's something you need to see or look at like in writing rather than someone explaining it to you verbally, I think. I learned this by looking at it on the Super Metroid speedrun wiki. In fact, there's quite a few tricks you can learn on the Super Metroid speedrun wiki. That would be my recommendation for learning it. But that's the idea there. You do that. That's pretty much it. That probably doesn't make any sense. Feel free to completely ignore me. If that went over your head, that is okay. That is perfectly fine. Because that is only a trick that you'd see in casual difficulty onwards. On newbie difficulty, you're not going to see that. Now, I would recommend avoiding this here. This leads down to a place where you learn the Shine Sparks. It has no purpose in the randomizer, so if you're dashing through here with the speed booster... In fact, I'll even show this. If we're dashing through here with the speed booster, make sure you jump over this pit. Because there is no reason to go down here. I call this the pit of shame. Because it is the pit of shame. There's no reason to go down there. So yeah, you don't have to. Oh yeah, you know what? Since we got the Varia suit, I kind of want to see what it looks like. What random colors did we get? Ooh, that's extremely blue. Look at that. That's kind of funny. Go back to gravity. There we go. Okay. There's one other check we can do here. It's a trap to teach you Shine Sparking. Yes, that is all it's for. But hey, it is actually, in that regard, because I mean, like, the new Super Metroid player is probably gonna stumble across that. Because they'll probably be just speed boosting through there, and then they'll like, oh no, I fell down this pit. And then that's where you learn Shine Sparking, which is a very important trick, a very important skill to know in Super Metroid, and the other Metroid games as well. So, this is an interesting one here. So I'll show you, we'll just get the item here. Since we have the gravity suit, we can just use the speed booster to get through here. Like so. Find ourselves some more power bombs, which is great. Mark that off. There's another thing we can do to get this, actually. You can actually get this without the gravity suit. If we run from here, as you can see, we can just barely get enough space on this platform to start the speed booster. So what we can do is crouch right off the edge of there, then shine spark through here. I'll actually take off the gravity suit to show you that. This is a nice thing about Super Metroid, is that you can turn off certain abilities. So now we don't have the gravity suit. We're super slow in the water here. Oh gosh, how are we gonna get through this? Well, thankfully we can wall jump off that, and we can do it this way. We just get our shine spark, then we can shine spark through the blocks. So that's a good way to do that. Turn the gravity suit back on, and head on through. All right. Use a power bomb to get out here. And then actually, since we have the screw attack, we actually can save a power bomb by doing that. Okay, it's still saying that that one item there is green. I disagree. So we won't do that. Instead, let's, I guess we'll just do the normal progression. Let's make our way to Norfair, where we should be able to get just about everything in Upper Norfair, I'm pretty sure, with what we've got. So yeah, we might as well. Bust through some dudes. Open the gate. Bust through some more dudes. It's all well and good. There we go. Alright. And now down we go. We're gonna continue to ignore this item for now. What we would need for that is like, Ice Beam would help. But I think really, either Grapple Beam or Space Jump are gonna do it for us there. In newbie difficulty, you definitely want either of those. Watch out for those. Those cactus men, they're fun. We could do some stuff in Meridia, but we'll come back to that. Let's do Norfair for now, since we got the Varia suit. I think that makes the most sense. Hop over to Norfair. And would you look at that? Just about everything is nice and green. Grapple Beam is a pretty awkward weapon, you're right. It's pretty awkward in this one. But again, it's something to get used to. Alright, we have a nice green map here, let's get to it. I'm also gonna say lower Norfair, not in logic for us yet. I would rather say that, we would need, Space Jump for that. So we'll wait till we find Space Jump before we head that way. So since we have High Jump, we can jump up here. Nice thing that Varia does is normally there's like 2 of these little like platform things here in the way, and it's impossible to wall jump up here. Varia changes this, so we can actually just wall jump up. So even if you don't have the high jump, you can actually get up here now. So over we go. That's true. What other 2D Metroid had it? Samus Returns had it, and I do remember it being a little weird in that. Alright, so, since we have the X-ray, we can actually see what this item is. It's a Grapple Beam. Dread does as well, okay. Speaking of Grapple Beams, here it is. Good stuff. I'm curious, that'll probably put the other thing back in logic now. Yes, it is. Good stuff. Speak of the devil, exactly. We'll progress on in Norfair here for a bit. Where are we? I need to mark that. If I can click it, there we go. Watch out for the lava here. Since we have the gravity suit, it doesn't actually hurt us, because gravity suit makes you immune to lava, but not acid. Acid is a different thing. We'll see some acid later, and you'll see what I mean. I'll mention it when we get there. But now we come to Bubble Mountain. Interesting thing about Bubble Mountain here, it's not actually a heated room. Despite most of the other rooms in Norfair being heated, you would think this one is, but it's actually not. So if you somehow made your way here without the Varia suit, you'll be alright in this room. Now I do always like to do a trick here to avoid having to go around the, you know, go loop all the way around. Like if you see where my mouse is on the map, Usually we have to go all the way down and around this way and through this door and up here into this hallway so we can get to the wave beam and stuff. I like to try to avoid that. Since we have high jump, we can. Since we have bombs, we can as well. I don't know if either of these are going to be in logic per se. If we were to just jump from here. Oh, with high jump, that probably is okay, I would say. Yeah, like that's with high... Oh, I want to see if that works without speed booster out of curiosity. Let's see. Turn off speed booster. I would like to check this. Go like her. I'll give you a maybe on that. Or we could jump from here. Let's see. If we jump from here, we can probably do some slightly fancy wall jump shenanigans to get up here too. Possibly. Maybe not even. I want to see if you can do this without speed booster. Since we have speed booster, we can do that and we will. It's just a nice time saver. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can do that. Cool. Good stuff. Turn speed booster back on before I forget. And since we have the grapple beam, we can actually hop over here. So we can select the grapple beam, aim at these points, and grapple our way to victory. Just like that. And in here we have an ice beam. Very nice. Ice beam is definitely good to have. Mark that we got that. Mark that as well. There we go. This is a bit of a sneaky one, but yeah, there's a sneaky hidden block here. And this is another great spot for a Midair Morph. Like so. If you don't know how to Midair Morph, I should show this as well. There should be, if I recall. No? There we go. You can bomb that, and this makes a little platform appear. Wow, that was glitchy. Interesting. But yeah, you can do that too. But like I said, I recommend getting used to Midair Morphs, and it does seem like Midair Morphs are in newbie logic too. I mean, it is a little Midair Morph. It's pretty little. You do that, you know. Well, what would that constitute a big Midair Morph? Maybe I'm misunderstanding that. Super missile and a reserve tank. It's not a little yeah, it's one tile thick. It's pretty little. Come on now. I suppose it's big if you're looking at it, you know, lengthwise. I suppose I can't dispute that. Skinny and tall, exactly. Okay, this is another opportunity to show something kind of interesting here. We should be able to do this. So, this is actually a pretty cool jump, what we're going to try to do here. If we take off the high jump boots, we can jump from this platform across to the other side if we're really good. Sometimes I'm not really good, but we're going to try this anyways. Go like a herp. Yeah, you can wall jump off the wall there and get across here. I like doing that. It's cool. I don't think you can do it from right to left. I've only ever been able to do it from left to right. But that's a pretty nice little jump there. Since we had Grapple Beam, we could have just done that. Or Ice Beam, we could have just frozen the dude and got up. But then, you know, it's fine. We'll do it our way. Next, we'll head up this way. The yellow Ice Beam does look a bit strange, doesn't it? This spot here, this is a great spot to get your stuff back. If you need health or whatever, this is a great spot to get it back. If you're doing hell runs, like if you're doing this without the VARIA suit, this is a good spot to restore your health as well. There is heat damage in this room, but generally speaking, you'll be getting health faster from these guys than you'll be losing it. This is a spot I like to go if I'm doing hell runs. But we won't worry about that since we're definitely not going to be doing hell runs in this. Not on new difficulty, not on newbie. Because we're a newbie in this, totally. The sneaky missile here. This door. Put that on the map. And we get the Spazer. Spazer is a nice to have beam. It's better to have it than not have it. It doesn't add like a ton of damage, but it does make it easier to hit things. You're definitely going to want the plasma beam instead, which we'll come across when we come across it. But the Spazer is nice to have. Now we'll just dash on out. I like that. It's cool. Get some missiles back off these fellas, like so. Make our way back out of here. Watch out for them. Now we can head down this way. Watch out for these dudes. Use some missiles on this door. Ow, that guy got us through the ground. That was pretty impressive, actually. Now this room can be a little bit tricky sometimes for new players, but you just have to be careful where you jump, really. Watch out for the fireballs these dudes shoot out. If you have the ice beam, I believe you can freeze them. Yes. Shoot this gate, jump on through. Now you might be thinking that you need the grapple beam for this. You don't. You can actually just jump from here. Wall jump off of this wall and get up here. Not too complex. Get ourselves some missiles, great. Go ahead and mark this one and this one, like so. There we are. And now if we want to head out, land on these 4 spikes in the middle here, these 4 tiles, because they are fake. The rest of the spikes are real, so watch out for that. Then we can just morph ball our way out. And now we shall head back the way we came. Yep, there we go. Alright. So, what else is left in Norfair? Okay. We can head towards Crocomier. So, since we have the speed booster, there's a nice shortcut we can take to get back that we will most definitely be using. Head over this way. And yeah, just hold the speed booster through here. Bust through all those dudes, open the door, and look, we're back to this save room, which we will also use. Yes, time for Crocomier. He might be brown. He could look like chocolate. We don't know. We'll find out. I almost forgot where I was going here. Since we have the speed booster, we can get through here. You can also do a Mothball. This is another spot where the Mothball is useful to get through here. But I won't show that again. You're probably already confused enough. So yeah, speed booster through here. Now I see a lot of people go up and around here. You don't have to. It's faster to do a Midair Morph here, like this. You can Midair Morph to get up here. Take out these dudes. The Spazer makes it a bit annoying. The Spazer is actually hitting this guy through the wall, which is a bit unfortunate. And we can also Midair Morph to get here. I hope I've explained Midair Morphs decently enough, because they can be kind of confusing and tricky to a newer player. So I hope that makes some amount of sense. But yeah, it is really hold jump, and double tap down. That's really the gist of it. Hold jump, double tap down as quick as you can. That's the best way to describe it. Thinking about it, I should maybe explain Midair Morphs off of wall jumps, because they actually are a little bit different. The way you would do that is once you jump off a wall, you only have to hit down once. If you're doing a Midair Morph off of a wall jump, you only have to hit down once. I don't know why, but that's just how it works. As long as you're holding jump off of that wall jump, you only have to hit down once. Like, as you can see. I don't know why. It's so confusing in that regard, but that is how it works. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're doing it off a wall jump, only hit down once rather than twice. Otherwise, yeah, it's twice off of a normal jump. So weird, but that's how it is. Yeah, that is a bit of an odd point with the Spazer. It's like, as soon as it hits something, the rest of it doesn't work. It's a bit of an odd thing with it. Alright, time for probably one of the more annoying items here. So when you come into this door, hold right. You do not want to be holding left when you come into this door because there's a 4 blocks there. Now, there is a sneaky item in the wall. It's missiles. Let's see if we can get them real quick. Not at that rate, we can't. Okay, it's fine. If you're really quick, you can jump off of the falling platforms like that, or like I just did. This is going to be a bit tricky to get now. We're going to have to shoot and hope that we're able to hit the item here. I missed. That's okay, we can try again. There we go. That can be a pretty tricky item for new players. If you have the space jump, it's a lot easier. Ideally, what you want to do is, what I was trying to do before, is you shoot the item from the doorway, then you can jump over and reach it before the wall block respawns. Bit of a tricky one there. But yeah, with a bit of practice, you can get used to that one. So now again, since we have the speed booster, we can head on through here, destroy some very, very light blue pirates, and we shall come to a classic boss in the form of Crocomier, or Chocomier, or whatever you want to call him. His name is Crocomier though. Hello friend, you're looking very purple today. It's kind of a cool look. So, if you happen to have the charge beam and the plasma beam, that is a great way to fight this boss, because it'll basically one-shot him. It's awesome. We don't, so we'll do it the normal way. So I like to do what you kind of call the 2 missile strat here. If you can get 2 missiles into his gob in one jump, that's a good way to fight him. Because I do struggle with super missiles sometimes. Like, as you can see, sometimes the super missiles don't work. And I'm not really sure why. His mouth just has a weird hitbox. I think you might want to aim like for the lower part of the mouth if you want to use a super missile. It's very strange. I'm still not doing a very good job, huh? But oftentimes you kind of want to preempt when he's going to open his mouth like that. There we go. And you don't have to stress about ammo too much, because eventually he will stop and shoot stuff at you, and you can get ammo back by shooting those, like this. And health as well. So yeah, there you go. But we're going to go ahead and shoot him up when he wants to open his mouth, and I'm still not doing a very good job because the super missiles really struggle with hitting him, it seems. Like I said, sometimes it's easier to use missiles. Gee, I'm really doing bad at this while I'm explaining things, huh? Come on, buddy. There we go. We'll go back to the 2 missile strat. There we go. Probably a little more consistent. Yeah, I call this the 2 missile strat. There we go. And then we see, most violent Nintendo death, I like to call it. Yep. Pretty spooky. It's pretty spooky for when I was a kid, let me tell you what. So, there's a couple ways you can get across here. We have the Grapple Beam, we can do that. You can also just jump across. If you have the speed booster, you can be really fancy about it and shine spark across. Like this, so that's fun. But yeah, you can also just jump across as well. You can mark this, by the way. The way we would do that is, yeah, just jump. And this is acid. Even though we have the gravity suit, acid hurts us, so watch out for that. But yeah, you can just jump across like this too. So yeah, don't stress about that one too much, although you might be a bit hurt from the Crocomier fight potentially. If that's the case, just come back to that later, because there's a good spot for healing that we'll get to in a second. But what's this? He's not dead! Oh, look out, he's gonna fight us! Oh, just kidding, no he's not. I like that kind of fake out there. It's nice. Go ahead and jump over here. Since we have the Grapple Beam, we can grapple onto this guy. Get across like so. And we get some missiles for our trouble. Great stuff. Other ways you can reach that. With the speed booster, you can actually set up a shine spark from Crocomier's room and get across that way. I might show that on the way back, like when we're back there. Here's the good healing spot I was talking about. Get it off of these dudes. Get back some missiles. We shouldn't really need supers, per se. There we go, that'll be fine for now. So we'll head on down. Now this is a neat trick I like to do. If we start a speed booster from here, we can actually shine spark across this room. I like doing that, it just looks cool. That should be this one, I do believe, yes. Since you have the gravity suit, you can do that. I think you can do it without the gravity suit as well, because the acid normally does slow you down a bit. But yeah, you can just get it like that. Don't need this shine spark for anything, but yeah, I thought I would show that. That's a cool way to do that room. Otherwise, you can just jump across like a normal person too. Now, the item in this room, I really, really recommend shine sparking too, because doing it with the grapple beam sucks. So what we're going to do is we're going to start our shine spark, jump out here, aim upwards, and shine spark up here. I missed it, but you get the idea. So this is another mid-air shine spark situation. Gonna do this, somersault out, shine spark up. And there you go. And then if you want to come back out, Midair Morph into there, drop down like that. Now we're going to do it the, you know, the way we're supposed to and go this way. Like so. That one and this one, because that's where we are now. It's a missile, amazing. So you'll probably have the Grapple Beam by this point, maybe. Either Grapple Beam or Varia Suit will get you out back this way. Otherwise, you should be able to just go back around the way you came as well. I'll show you the Grapple Beam way of doing this. Jump up here, aim up, grapple across. Do the same thing here. Same thing here. If you're doing this with just the gravity suit, you can just wall jump up this, no problem. Alright. So, I was going to show you that Shine Spark method of getting the other item before, and I might as well do that, because it's pretty neat. We want to make sure we open this door. Also want to not fall in the acid, preferably. So we're going to set up a Shine Spark, then we're going to jump across. If you're quick about it, and don't accidentally do a diagonal Shine Spark there, that should actually work. This might be what we want to do. Oh, that might not work. Ah, this is a bit of a tricky one, and also this probably is not going to be in newbie difficulty, but I kind of want to show it because it is a cool trick. And I do like my cool Super Metroid tricks. I'm just bad at Shine Sparks, apparently. Hang on. Ah, I almost had it. We kind of want to start the Shine Spark from this platform if we can. There we go. That's how you want to do it. And there you go, it gets you across to this door. Pretty cool. I just like how it looks as well. It just looks cool to fly across like that. Get our health back. There we go. Alright, one more item to get on the way out here. I'm gonna continue to disagree with the rest of the green dots. I'm gonna say that we need space jump for those, so pretend that those dots aren't green. But the other one here we can do. Now there's potentially a couple ways we could reach this. Take out this guy. Since we have the grapple beam, we can just grapple across like so. That's, you know, the intended way to do it. Get ourselves an E-tank. Go ahead and mark that, because we're up here now. Probably a couple other ways you can do it too. I think with speed booster and high jump, you might be, yeah, you can get high enough to get up there. Speed booster and high jump for that. Up. Just like that, you can wall jump off the platform. That's a pretty cool way to do it too. Alright, where do we want to go next? Oh, you know what I never did? I never marked that we killed Kraid. That wasn't very smart of me. I just noticed that. Alright. Yeah, next up, we have options at this point. I reckon let's head to Meridia, since we can do it, and we're in the area. Seems like a good idea to me, so we shall set the map. So, we are here. Now we're gonna head to Meridia. Showing some of those as with glitches, which is interesting. Why would that be the case? No space jump? Space jump puts them in logic. No, but I have grapple beam to get most of those. Why is that saying... Is it forgetting how the vanilla game works? Because you need the you get the space jump on this check, you silly game. What the heck? Who knows? Anyway. This map is... I don't know what this map thinks it's up to. This is the standard way into Meridia. We are here on the map right now. We're gonna head up this way. Alright. First check we're gonna get here is a bit of a tricky Shine Spark. That this is a good one to know because, hey, it's an item check and it's, you know, it's one that's in the standard game. Just take out all the crabs. Excuse me. Alright, so, how we're gonna do this? Open this door first. And we're gonna start the Shine Spark before we go through the door. We're gonna line up with this piece of seaweed here, aim upwards, and zoom straight up. And there you have it. So that should be this one. Yep. So I'll show you that again, how we line this up. If we drop straight down, we're right on this piece of seaweed here. If you just remember this piece of seaweed, you're gonna come through the door, aim up, and jump. You shouldn't have to worry about the crab dude that's usually here. If you're quick enough, you can just do it, and you pretty much have to be quick to do that. So there you go, that's kind of a way to do that. It's a bit of a tricky one, but it's, you know, it's one that's in the standard game. Probably one of the trickier Shine Sparks that you have to do. Anyways, if I can not... Okay, so I dodged every platform, I wasn't trying to. We shall head on up. We can get another check here. You can see that that's power bombs there, fair enough. We shall go ahead and get those. That's honestly probably true as well. I mean, I need to replay Zero Mission one of these days to remember how bad the Shine Sparks are. It's been a really long time since I've played it. Right, since we have the bombs, we can just bomb jump up here. But this might be a good time to show off the some of the inventory stuff they were talking about. Take these power bombs. So, mark that. Let's say, for example, that we didn't have bombs to get up here. But we did have, you know, we had the gravity suit to get here. If you turn off the gravity suit, you can do a little bit of a precise Midair Morph to get in here. I promise this is true, I'm not lying to you, I've done this before. There we go. You might have to do it from a crouch even. High jump off? Oh yeah, that would be a good point too. Yes, you can also turn off high jump, that would actually make a lot of sense. Yeah, that's another way to do this. Yeah, that makes it way easier. Duh, forgot about that. Good point, thank you. Zero Mission stream. Yeah, maybe I could at some point. It's been so long since I've played it. Alright. Next up will probably be Mama Turtle here. So, you're probably going to access it from this doorway. So we'll head down here. Take out this guy. Since we have screw attack, we can kill these dudes, which is good. And there's a sneaky little hidden, you know, fake wall here. Leads over to this. And we can say hi to Mama Turtle, who is a bit purple today. Now, she'll just be sleeping until we attack her kids, which, you know, is a little bit rude of us. But she does jump up like a platform. So we can get up there and we can see that that is an E-tank. Since we have the Grapple Beam, we can get this. There's a couple other ways we can get this too, and I'll try to show those as well. It's an E-tank for us, very good. That is that one. While we are at it, there is also a sneaky item in the wall here. If you aim downwards while you're above or, you know, or upwards while you're below it, you can shoot that wall open and get ourselves a plasma beam, which is really good. Shall mark that as well. So, if you're not familiar with the original Super Metroid, the plasma beam is essentially you can't have Spazer and plasma on at the same time. As you can see. Plasma beam is better in every way. It does a bunch of damage, goes through enemies. It's just basically the best beam in the game, really. Yeah, it's a nice spot for it, isn't it? But yeah, you can either, you know, aim upwards to uncover the wall spot there, like that should have done it probably. If I could ever get up there, I can show you. Or downwards like this, that'll uncover it. Now, I do know there's an interesting way you can jump to the item up the top from here. Something like, I don't quite know how to do it exactly. I used to do it. I used to be able to do it though. With high jump and speed booster, I think you can, I don't know, there's some way you can do this. You like, yeah, you do that. That might have been good enough to get it. But yeah, there's a weird jump you can do to get that. Alright, Mama Turtle, you've made your noise now. Another way you can get this item is with a Shine Spark, and I'll show that as well. Open the door. Shine Spark into, or Speed Booster into that guy. Gonna start our Speed Boost. And then we're gonna jump out to the middle. Shine Spark up. Most tech uses the left side. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, neat. Yeah, you would. I'm doing this on, just newbie difficulty to show new players how everything works here, so we're not getting into too many, like, crazy tricks or anything here. Yeah, bomb jumps and stuff, totally, yeah. You could bomb jump it as well, and I haven't shown that. I might show that later, just for fun. That's borderline crazy stuff, yeah, absolutely. Howdy, Silver, how's it going? Okay, so there's a number of ways you can get up here as well. If you had the space jump, you could just space jump up. With the ice beam, we might be able to freeze this crab dude to get up here as well. You know, something kind of along those lines. But the intended way to do this is with the Grapple Beam. So we have these dudes here. You can actually swing around a bunch, which is just fun. And hop on up. And that's how you can do that. And then there should be a grapple spot up here we can get to as well. Yeah, oh, it's over there. I knew that. Yep, there we go. Alright. So now we come to this room, which apparently the map tracker says shouldn't be in logic, but I don't understand why it says that, but whatever. Ooh, Multitroid, that's fun. Multi-worlds are always cool. Anyway, we shall come over this way for a super missile. We're gonna pretend these should be green with what we have. I'm surprised that it says that it's not, but whatever. Then we can use a bomb to get in here. There's another way you can do this without bombs that I might show. It's a bit of a tricky midair morph, but you can do it. Might be easier without high jump also. Like that. You kind of have to do, it's almost like doing a mothball in a way. Yeah, you can kind of angle it like this. It's a bit tricky, but that is a way to get in here without bombs or power bombs or spring ball or anything. It's not an easy jump, but it most certainly won't be a thing for newbie logic, so don't stress about it. You would just use bombs or power bombs to get up there. But now we shall move on. I think this might be called like the watering hole, something like that. Random start? Yes, it can be. I think I've had to do that before. Here we have an E-tank. And some supers. Amazing stuff. Go ahead and mark that in a moment. There we go. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a tricky jump to do that, and you probably won't have to in newbie difficulty, so... Alright. Now we come on down to, some of the classic Super Metroid checks that everyone hates. First of all, since we have the speed booster, we can do a Shine Spark over here. And, you know, get a missile like that. A super missile like that. And that is these two items here. No, not necessarily. I've done it with Area Rando. I've done it with Area Rando where it's taken me to Meridia, and I've had to do that before. Get out of here, little snails. I should also note, you can actually see what the leftmost item is. but not the rightmost one. So if you don't have speed booster, you can actually at least peek and see what that item is, which can be useful. Area is a thing you ignore? Why? Area rando is awesome. Can also snail clip, but yeah, we're not talking about any advanced tricks or anything here. Now come the old sand pits. Everybody hates them, but we gotta do them, so let's do them. So you can pick either right or left, whichever you prefer. Start with the right one, because it's, you know, it's here. And I guess while we're at it, we can do Spring Ball, even though the map tracker says that we can't for some reason. I again disagree. Alright. Get ourselves some power bombs. Why does it say that that one's... That's so weird. Who knows? Yeah, but why would I need space jump to get that? But yeah, this is like the kind of fancy way you would get up and do this. You can do a Midair Morph off of a wall jump to get that, or you can go around the normal way like a normal human being, which I'll show in a moment before quicksand stops sucking. Yeah, this is the newbie preset, but I'm using the standard Super Metroid Randomizer map tracker, which might explain a few things. Yeah, I disagree with it saying that it requires space jump. Who knows, it's being weird. Anyway. I guess we'll go over and do Spring Ball. Doing it without space jump can be kind of tricky. Also getting to it apparently without space jump might be kind of tricky. Hang on a minute. Come on, Samus, you're better than this. Here we go. And go like a herp. If you're good, you can go like a herp and get over there. Hang on. This might be a turn off the high jump situation. Oh no, this should work. There we go. Everybody loves the quicksand. It's great. Okay, so this is the one check in the game that requires the grapple beam. There are some like fancy clips you can do with the ice beam and stuff like that to get it without. I haven't even learned that myself, so I don't even know how to do that. So yeah, for me, this is the one thing in the game that requires the grapple beam, because you gotta get this block out of the way. And this block is now gone. So, how are you gonna get up there? With high jump, it's a bit easier. I don't think you would be able to do it without. We can try. You would want at least high jump for this, I would say. Yep, rough and course, right? Oh, I wonder if you can make that. Probably not, huh? Oh, it's pretty close. Maybe not. But with high jump, you definitely can. Hold angle, really? Oh, I see. Oh, hey, I didn't know about that. Does that get you high enough, though? Look at me learning something. It gets pretty close. Anyway, with high jump, we can definitely do it. Keep it held while jumping out of sand. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I didn't actually know about that. That's cool. Look at me learning in the thing where I'm teaching people things. Amazing. Look, just get out of it, Samus. That's so weird, yeah. Also, the phantom ledge jump, I have never heard of that in my life. And again, we're sticking to things on, like, you know, normal newbie difficulty here. Yeah, no kidding, Flynn. But yeah, this is actually a bit of a tricky jump. There we go. Yeah, you wanna... It's quite a tricky jump to get into that. Honestly, I reckon this probably isn't even in logic without space jump. But we'll do it anyways, we're here. It's a very out-of-the-way check that we can do. Make sure you select power bombs before you go in here, and we get to meet our friend Shacktool. We love Shacktool, he's great. He's gonna go ahead and bust through some of whatever this is for us. It's the perfect time to take a sip. Yep, Flynn knows what's up. Yeah, generally speaking, in a randomizer, you really don't want to do Spring Ball here, because it's super out of the way and it takes ages. Yeah, this is probably something you want to come to as like last location, or you're taking a huge gamble. Because yeah, the Spring Ball check sucks. But anyway, he's helped us out, so we shall move on. Since we have bombs, we can hop up here. Get ourselves some missiles, incredible. Now what is it saying would put this in logic? Space jump? Yeah, we'll go ahead and get rid of you. There we go. Now it can be a little bit tricky to get out of here. Grapple, space jump, gravity. Yeah. It's weird, because I've marked the grapple beam on this. I don't know, I feel, I guess, I don't know, whatever. Now this is another tricky one. This might be another case where we want to do this. But yeah, if you have Spring Ball, you can just Spring Ball out like a normal human being as well. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I briefly explained that earlier. Doing a Midair Morph off of a wall jump is a bit weird, but yeah, that's kind of how you do those. Alright, so now, guess what? We have to go all the way back around, and it's gonna be great. That's true, yeah. If you didn't find anything useful in one of the sand pits, you could just reload your save and check the other one. I actually do like to do that. Gosh, the sand sucks. Nobody likes the quicksand, but it's fine. Alright. Could do a green gate glitch here, but I briefly showed how gate glitches work. We'll pass on that. We'll just go out the normal way and back around. Trying to show the most basic of basic stuff here. Open this on up. Alright. And yeah, now we have to head all the way back around. And then we're gonna have to do it again. Because we have to loop our way back around to where we were, so it's gonna be great. Thrilling stuff. I guess we'll go this way, we can grapple beam across. Ooh, that's not good. Oop. Oh, I missed it. Alright, that's fine. We'll use this guy again. Is this the right guy? I hope so. Go, Samus. Wah! No! Okay, we can use this guy. Hang on. Yeah, you could Shine Spark it as well. That's an option. Ah! Maybe I'll even do that just to show that. If I ever get in the right spot. I don't know what that was, by the way. Yeah, you can kind of get back up that way. Yeah, that's actually a good way to do it if you're doing suitless Meridia stuff, but again, we're not focusing on that kind of stuff in this. Oh geez, I'm bad at video games. Oh really? Like, oh, I kind of see what you mean. That sounds like that could be cool. Anyway, since we have high jump and speed booster, we should be able to just jump up there, so that works for us. Left edge of the last pit, upper right spark. Oh yeah, okay, neat. And again, we will save. Yeah, I actually would recommend, if there's nothing useful in either of these pits, just reload your save to save you from having to go all the way back around. But for the sake of showing all the checks, we're gonna, do this. If you're quick, you can actually get a speed booster across here. Just saves having to do awkward jumps. Yes, that's true as well. Alright. So this one without high jump, or I should say space jump, can be a bit of a weird one. This is another case where we want to do a Midair Morph off of the wall. So I've kind of already explained how this works. What we're gonna do is it's better to do it further down off the wall. Basically the further down off the wall you are, the better, but also you don't want to hit that. I'm gonna go something like this. That all happened pretty quick. But yeah, you basically, as soon as you wall jump off the wall, you want to hit down and go to the right, and that should get you in the Mothball tunnel there. Otherwise, you'd probably have space jump by this point and can just do a Midair Morph off of your space jump to get in here. But with that done, we can now probably Midair Morph this if you're good. We can just bomb jump it too. There you go. Get a charge beam, very nice. Glad to see that. Never been good at bomb jumps off of the ground. Yep, microwave acquired. I suppose I will show that because it's hilarious. And we want this E-tank because we need E-tanks definitely. There we go. Alright, there we go. And now we get to go around again. Yay, it's fun and exciting. Thrilling Super Metroid gameplay. Backtracking as it was intended. Yeah, I mean, I suppose you're not wrong, huh? Alright, just for fun, this time I'll show you the green gate glitch here. We did a gate glitch earlier. The green ones you can also do it on, but again, they have to be facing the same direction, and it just requires a super missile. So, just fiddle with it until it works. But yeah, that's a bit of a time saver there. But otherwise, you would just go out the same way we went out before. You know how it is. Yeah, make sure you don't accidentally kill these grapple dudes as well. Because that would not be ideal. Ah, jeez. You can probably just do this even. Maybe not. I don't know. There we go. And then we can do a little jump to get up there again. Easy done. Yeah, we could do a gravity jump, but again, I don't want to show off any crazy tricks in this. Alright, now we shall save again. I suppose I will show off the microwaving stuff here because it's hilarious. But we can show it with Botwoon, why not? Shoot through all these. Hilarious and fast, yeah. Alright, so here's Botwoon. He can be a bit annoying, to show the standard way to fight him. Honestly, if you're struggling to hit him, I think the best way to do it is wait till he stops and pops his head out. Like that. That's a good time to shoot him. Ran it without wall jumping and bomb jumping. Did a first time player run. Oh, wow. But there's a pretty cool trick here we can do. Since we have the plasma beam and the charge beam and the X-ray, there's an interesting thing you can do here. So what we're going to do is we're going to charge our beam and we're going to shoot it at him. And then we're going to basically spam the run button with the X-ray equipped. On half health, he stop. That's true, he does. Yeah, so you have to be wary of that. Once it hits him. That might have killed him. Yep. So basically what's happening there is the plasma beam kind of resets its damage once the X-ray comes out. So you can keep spamming that like this. And it just does a ton of damage to him. It's hilarious and it's great. And it actually kills him really fast. So that's a neat little trick there. Head through here. Get ourselves a super missile. Now, it's probably going to be faster to hop back out and do the speed booster stuff here. Like so. Yeah, we got that item. There we go. We'll jump on up here. Alright. Yeah, right. I've never done the full halfie. I've never even done the halfie. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, Flynn? It works on actually quite a few of the bosses. I think you can do it on Phantoon as well. We haven't even got to Phantoon yet, but we will soon. Alright, there's one sneaky item over here. It's a wave beam. That's nice, I will take that. Yes, I was talking about that earlier. Charge Plasma against Crocomier basically one-shots him, and it's great. Yes, you have to hit Phantoon with at least one missile, that is correct. I can probably show that too when we get to him, but I would also like to show the fight in a normal context too, so maybe we'll do that instead. So, probably the easiest way to fight Dragon here is with the Grapple Beam method, which is probably what we'll do. You can also just use missiles and shoot at her. I think she always comes from the left first. You know, you can use missiles or whatever. So that's all well and good. When she grabs you, you want to equip the Grapple Beam. Also, you want to make sure you take out the turrets on the walls like I did before. Also, ninja pirates. Oh, really? Huh. That I didn't know. We go like this. You want to grab onto this turret while she's got you in a grab, and it's basically a free kill. Very nice. That is Dragon dead. Still saying we can't get to that item up there, which I disagree with, but it's fine, we'll go get it. Yeah, the ninja, I didn't actually know about that. I'm gonna try that when we get there. That'll be interesting. That sounds like a useful thing. Get an E-tank for our trouble. Great. And then we can go and acquire ourselves a, well, not the plasma beam, but we can see what the plasma beam turned into. Now, you may be thinking, how do we get out of here without the space jump? There's a few ways to do it. If you have the speed booster, and probably high jump as well, you can just jump high enough to get there. I want to see if you can do that without high jump, actually, out of curiosity. Probably not. No, I'm going to say probably not. Which is unfortunate. But with high jump boots, you can. That's probably going to be your way out, or otherwise, you know, ideally you would have space jump by this point. Could also bomb jump out. Set up an IBJ like so. I don't really know how best to explain IBJs to a new player. Nor can I apparently get one started, because I'm bad. There we go. You basically want to set the bomb just as you touch it, like this. Again, this is definitely not going to be a thing that would be in newbie logic, so you don't have to stress about it. But that is another good trick to know for sure. And interestingly, if you're playing SMZ3, that is in normal logic, so probably a good one to learn at some point. Alright. At this point, let's go get ourselves the plasma beam check. Save the game, because we might as well. Haven't done so in a little bit. Yeah, I get that that's the reasoning behind it, but I personally think that's really beginner unfriendly. I don't agree with it. But it is what it is. Yeah, still, I don't know. It can be tough for newer players. All right, so now that we've beaten Dragon, this section opens up here. Yeah, we can head on through, take some spikes because that's just how we roll. All right. Freeze this guy to stand on him, make things a bit easier. And this door also only opens up after you've defeated Dragon. So you can get into this room and get the item, but you might be in a spot of trouble without a few certain items here. You would want to see either the Plasma Beam, the Screw Attack, and that's honestly actually kind of it. You can also do some stuff with the Charge Beam. Like you can hold a charge and somersault into them to kill these pirates that way too. But I don't think that would be in a beginner logic either. Pseudo screw, that's the term I was thinking of, yeah. Spark echoes, yeah, that requires like stutter tap nonsense that I also honestly don't know how to do, and we won't talk about that either. Get ourselves some missiles for our trouble. Gonna just mark that we did that by saying we have the space jump for a moment. Yeah, that kind of stuff I'm not good at. So, also, getting out of the room is pretty tough. I think a well-timed short charge works. Yeah, maybe. So, easiest way is if you have space jump. Just space jump out of here. And honestly, if you're playing on newbie difficulty, that would be... I would recommend not checking this check without it. But there are other ways. You could bomb jump out. Or with high jump, you can do a really fancy wall jump to get out of here too. It's a bit of a tricky one. Requires you to delay your jump off the wall a little bit. Yep, pretty close. Oh, close one, hang on. Oh, that was almost it. There we go. It's a pretty precise wall jump to get out there, and again, not something you're going to see on newbie difficulty. I would recommend coming here once you have space jump. That would be my suggestion. If you need to. If you're not doing all the checks, you probably don't even need to. Okay, so that is everything in Meria. I think Wrecked Ship is going to be the best port of call next. And you know what? Since it's close by, we're going to go see the DLC of Super Metroid itself and head to Forgotten Highway here. Yeah, fair point. If you're last locationing things, then yeah, go for it. But again, that is another, like, really out-of-the-way check. Much like the spring ball check is. There's a few of those annoying checks in Meria, huh? So yeah, I'll show the other way, the normal way that everybody else uses. To get to the wrecked ship, but since we're in the area, we'll just go this way. Set this over to criteria for a moment. Kind of like the top of wrecked ship. Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, Meria is cool. Personally, I need to learn more of like some of the suitless Meria stuff. But it is cool. I think it's here that we go. Yeah. You do a Midair Morph to get through there. I should say this as well. I guess you can go this way. More likely, logic's gonna say that you can get here with, space jump, or like speed booster or something, going, from Samus's ship instead. But this is an option for you too. Yeah, not often that folks go this way. Hey, Clara, good to see you. I can't believe it either. How have you been? Okay, so, the wrecked ship. Now, the power starts being off. One nice thing that Varia adds, if you turn on the Varia tweaks option, is normally the item over here doesn't exist until you turn the power on. But, with Varia tweaks on, it does exist. So it's very convenient, we can just go ahead and grab this. It's a power bomb. Amazing! I also need to change the map over here. If that door's blue, the item doesn't... Ah, does it work like that? Okay. Go ahead and mark you. At the tail end of a cold? Oh, that's no fun. Sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better. Conveniently, this room is much easier to do with the power off. I am not a fan of this room when the power's on. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about it. Maybe I'll go back and show that room once the power's turned on, just so you can see a few ways to get through it. Now, we're also going to hop over here. Sneaky little bomb block here. Leads to some missiles. Great. Head on down this way. We can use a power bomb to bust through all the things. Super missile door. Shoot this dude. Alright. And then we come to Phantoon. So, if you're not aware, here's a pro tip. Don't use super missiles on him, because he gets real mad. And it's pretty annoying to deal with, so just don't do it. Just use missiles. If you have the screw attack, this is a lot easier to deal with, because you can just kind of screw attack through his flames that he shoots out. You can also do it with the charge beam. If you hold down your charge shot and just somersault, you also won't take damage from the flames. Of course, you can also shoot the flames. You always enrage him because you were lacking one missile? Oh no. So yeah, we're just gonna do this the standard way with missiles here. With screw attack, it's pretty easy. So yeah, it's pretty hard to take damage. And also, we're coming to this pretty late. It'll pass. Yeah, Phantoon can be tricky. To my understanding, he's a bit of a, like, RNG-focused boss in some ways, because he has, like, certain patterns he can do. So it's kind of random when he becomes vulnerable here. He's pretty lucky for us there. That was good. Alright. But yeah, hopefully you have screw attack or something by then. If not, you should have a few decent E-tanks on you to be able to deal with the fires, have enough health to manage them. You'll figure it out. Alright, having defeated Phantoon turns on the power, with which we can get basically the rest of the stuff here. Like these missiles, incredible. Also bomb this open. Yeah, I mean, we could. But again, I'm showing all the checks here. That's true, you might not necessarily have to. Especially with both suits already. Yeah, true. That one is not too bad. You just want to bomb open the second spot in the wall there. I'll show there's actually other spots there are too. If you have if you're using power bombs, you'll actually open all of them. You want the second from the bottom there. Alright. Now I should go ahead and show the really annoying room over here. If you have gravity suit, it's quite a bit more manageable. But yeah, these platforms can be pretty annoying to deal with. You gotta sneak under them like that, or, you know, be bad and get hit like I just did. Sponge bathroom? I mean, I guess it can be. There's some weird things you can do to get up there without gravity or whatever. It is really dangerous, and that's why I don't like it. But again, you would probably have, I think actually if you don't have gravity, if you have high jump, I think you can do that. I actually want to check this. Let's see. I think with high jump, you can just get up here. Yeah. Or speed booster. Dash in and hit the wall jump. Yeah, okay. Try to show a few ways to get up here. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh god, the powerbomb way. I jumped too early. I don't think I've ever actually had to do this before. I kinda wanna try it just for fun now. Hang on. Get out of here, bully dude. Oh, really? Okay, hang on. Through the water, okay. Oh, because you would keep your speed. Oh, that makes sense, okay. Yeah, right, you know, I don't think I've ever actually had to do that before. That's cool. Anyway, let's carry on. So yeah, that's a potential way up there without gravity. One of several. Go ahead and save, because we can. Yep, you could springboard jump it as well. But again, that's more of an advanced trick. Alright, so this room, you want to take out all the enemies in here. And I like to do it from right to left. Since we have screw attack, it's very easy for us. Because killing all the enemies makes all the doors flash, and as I was talking about earlier, once you've opened a door, it'll stay blue. So we're gonna go ahead and open all the doors in the room. Just like that. Go ahead and deal with these robot friends. Just shoot them into the pits. And what do we win for our troubles? It's a space jump, nice. If this wasn't a useful item, this is the point where I would just turn around and leave. But hey, it definitely is, so there you go. It's very convenient because the next check is kind of annoying without space jump in my experience. That being said, I should probably attempt to show it without space jump. So, if you do have space jump, you can just space jump over to this guy, land on him, and get the item. You can also shine spark to it, and that's probably the method I would suggest if you don't have a way of getting it otherwise. So we can go probably like here-ish. Up. And then you would shoot it and hopefully get the item there. I'm gonna shine spark from about here-ish. Is this near anything significant? Kinda not really, unfortunately, but just randomly shine spark up and you'll figure it out. But otherwise, hopefully you have space jump, you can just shine spark up there. If you don't have speed booster, then you really have to do it the annoying way and, you know, deal with these dudes. It's pretty annoying and I wouldn't recommend it. You can actually freeze them with the Ice Beam, which might help out. Ah, thank you for the host, Chrisley. The right edge of that platform, yeah. Oh, I like to try to beat this before it respawns, but that's alright. So yeah, super block there, shoot block there, or bomb block there, whatever it is. Bomb block here. Oh yeah, I also need to go back to criteria, so we can mark this and this. There we go. Set it back to rect ship, because that's where it'll be in a moment. And we come to the bowling room. If you don't have space jump or something, you can honestly just tank it through these spikes pretty fine. Well, I'm doing a bad job of it, but you get the idea. Hop into his hand. Another good time for a sip, by the way. Takes a minute. Yeah, we're getting this guy to do the work for us. Now, I like to go in and just get the gravity suit item here first. There's power bombs, great. That should be this one on the map. Yes. Because that gets rid of this dude out of our way. Then we can lay a power bomb over here. If you set a power bomb on the bowling statue, you open the ship. Really? I didn't know that. That's kind of neat. Go ahead and bust through these guys. Let's actually keep these equipped, because we can use a power bomb here to blow up this. Makes the check faster without speed. Oh, okay, that's fair. I didn't know that. Since we do have speed, we can just go zoom. And there we go. Now, there are ways to check this without the speed booster, like we're just talking about here. For example, you can wall jump up this little shaft and lay a power bomb, or apparently you can set one on the bowling statue back there and do it that way too. Did not know that, now I know. Alright, and that is everything in the wreck ship for us there. Set this back to criteria. A couple things that I skipped over earlier, so we should do those. In fact, there's actually a couple things in Brinstar I skipped over too. There's the spring ball, cool. Nice to have. So, yeah, also I should note, this is a shoot block, not a bomb block. You don't need a power bomb to get out here. I see folks make that mistake. Unless you get stuck in the block, then you're in trouble. But yeah, now we come around to this way. So yeah, ways to get across this room. If you have the grapple beam, you can do that. If you have the gravity suit and high jump, I think that might be a possibility as well. Sadly, Isabel's not in this game. I should actually show the Shine Spark method for this. I don't think it would be in logic in newbie difficulty, but maybe it is. So the way we would do this, set this up, and you want to make sure you jump across these 3 gaps here. The best way to do that, so I don't know if I really explained jumping while you've got a Shine Spark going. The way you want to do that is you want to make sure you're moving when you jump. That's the best way to do it. Because that'll make Samus jump rather than activating the Shine Spark. So it can be kind of tricky. And there you go. And that would be a potential way across the room. Maybe you don't have gravity suit or space jump or anything like that. That's a way to get there. Otherwise, yeah, grapple beam, space jump, high jump, gravity suit would probably do it. Let's go ahead and save. We'll go ahead and get this, there's this one speed booster check that we passed on earlier. I was hoping we would find the ice beam to show it in a beginner-friendly way, and we did, so let's go do it. I tried to. So we head on down here. There's a sneaky little bomb hole here. Use another power bomb to get through here. Now this one, it can be a bit tricky to work out for new players, so... Here we have a bunch of jumpy dudes. They're really annoying. If you have the ice beam, and hopefully you have the wave beam as well, you can freeze the lot of them. Get your speed booster and shine spark up. If you don't have the wave beam, it's a little bit more annoying. You'd have to do a bit of this action, and then you can get across. We got it just in time there. You can also use power bombs to clear them out. They actually die to like 3 or 4 power bombs. That gets rid of them entirely. Then you would activate your shine spark on the left side of those gaps, jump across the gaps, and then shine spark up. I shouldn't say activate, I should say, you know, start your shine spark. Oh, do they notice supers as well? That I didn't know. I always use power bombs. Okay, fair enough. How was dinner? Yeah, dinner was fine. 3 per thingy. Okay, good to know. Let us re-equip the wave beam. Okay, I think I missed one thing in Brinstar, didn't I? Yes, a couple things in Brinstar. Let's go do those. Then it'll be time for Norfair, where we'll be able to do the last stuff we need to do. Also, I just noticed, I don't like how the bosses are in the wrong order on the tracker there. Why? Whoever made this tracker, you had one job. Why is Ridley up the top? It's just, ugh. Anyway, I'm rambling on about nothing. Okay, so. Make our way on down. Gonna use the speed booster, dodge the pit of shame, of course. Always gotta dodge the pit of shame. Alright, time to finally get this check here. This is one that requires the wave beam. I'll say requires in quotes because there's other ways around it. Yeah, we come up here, we wall jump up, shoot this with the wave beam, and through we go. Since I can, I will actually show off another way to do this, just for fun. There we go, that's that one. So, what we can do, you know, we'll even go into the room properly, like, you know, as if we're doing this check without... So yeah, what I'm trying to say is there's a way to do this without the wave beam. So, we're gonna come into the room. We're gonna get hit on purpose. This puts Samus right at the back of the wall. Since we are right up against the back of the wall, as far as we can be, what we're gonna do is we're gonna select the super missiles, and we have high jump. You need high jump for this. We're gonna jump up, and just as Samus's head is hitting this first little, like, I don't know, little bulb thingy on the wall, we're gonna aim diagonally and we're gonna fire a super missile. And as you can hear, the gate actually went off. I couldn't tell you why this works. It's so weird. But it does. It's something with like, I don't know, the acceleration of the super missile that goes through the gate. It's very strange. Again, absolutely not going to be a newbie logic there. But it's definitely a nice trick to know. If you have the high jump, it's worth just getting that out of the way. Yes, we'll be seeing Ridley soon. We will be seeing Ridley pretty soon. Anyway, there's one more check-in Brinstar we can do here. This is the X-ray that we're going to here. Use a power bomb to bust through there. And on newbie logic, there'll be a couple ways you could do this. I would say you would either want the space jump or the grapple beam. That's right, you can do that one without high jump. I personally haven't learned that one. It looks pretty tough from what I've seen of it. So yeah, I've never taken the time to learn that one. But yeah, we can space jump across, or we can grapple beam across. Either one of those items will get the job done. There's other ways you can do it, like I reckon you can like high jump up here or something somehow, can't you? Yeah, something like that. Or you can use the ice beam to freeze one of these waivers going about. Get up that way too. But for beginner logic, it's probably going to be just either grapple beam or space jump for that. Get an E-tank there, cool. Then we can bomb this. Pop out here. And there we go. Go ahead and mark that. And then next stop is Norfair, which will be the last of the checks we need to do. And also beat Ridley, that too. Ah, the frame drops are back. Why are the frame drops back? This makes me sad. I'm gonna carry on anyways, but geez, that sucks. No problem, Chris. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. You have a good night yourself. And I will see you next time. Oh geez, yeah, the frame drops are bad. But don't worry, VOD watching folks, you'll be able to see this, so fear not. But man, that's annoying. Yep, this sucks. Oh well. I'm gonna carry on regardless, I think. Probably say something in chat though. Is this gonna fix itself? Probably not, huh? Oh, back in the grid. Nope. Look, we're just gonna roll with it. That sucks. Whatever. Again, VOD folks, you'll have the full experience, which is honestly the folks who are probably important in this stream anyways. Which is a weird thing to say, but you know what I mean. It's a shame it's happening. Just gonna hope that it's gonna fix itself. Doesn't look like it's going to, but whatever, we're just gonna roll with it. So yeah, we can speed booster back through here. And this is probably the best way to get to lower Norfair here. With the wave beam, we can open this. How am I doing that? Well, I paused to type things for a moment, and also you're probably not even hearing me right now because frame drops are awful. You're probably very behind. Yep, hi YouTube. Exactly, Clara. I'm hoping it's gonna fix itself eventually. Doesn't look like it's going to. Unfortunate. Alright, so. This is the old magma pool, lava pool, I don't know. It's fine at the moment, that's surprising. Maybe I'm just hoping it's gonna fix itself. You can't hear me? Alright, that's good. Regardless. This is the lava pool here. For newbie logic, it's definitely gonna expect you to have space jump for this. So we're just gonna get up here with space jump. That's what we're doing. We're not gonna discuss anything else. There's other fancy ways to get up here, but it's not important. Yeah, I figured you'd be behind. I apologize for that. I was having issues earlier tonight, and now they've come up again, and it sucks because this is not really an ideal time for it. But I guess we're just rolling with it here. Alright, so. This is a nice little thing. VARIA adds this platform for some reason. Makes it easier to get over here. So, in the normal Super Metroid game, for some reason, this requires the space jump to activate. VARIA changes this, so you can just do this. There we go. We have the space jump anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if you didn't have the space jump, we wouldn't be able to do that. But now we can, so yeah. Head on down. Blow up some things. Head on over. Alright. This item sucks to get. Yep, take it easy, man. This item kind of sucks to get if you don't have space jump. You can jump off of these. These are all crumble blocks, and I can show you that. It's pretty mean. This is the one item that would require space jump. If you didn't have the VARIA tweaks on, you would need the space jump to get this item. Since we have the space jump, we're just going to do it that way. Like so. You can also jump off of the blocks. I'll try to do it here. Like that. It's pretty tricky, because you only have like a couple frames to jump off of the crumble blocks there, but it is possible. Anyway, so that was this one. Alright, and so now we come to Golden Torzo. I'm going to show off a cool trick I like to do for this fight. Since we have charge, you want to at least have charge beam for this. Ideally, you want like charge beam and plasma beam for this. What we're going to do, I'm going to charge the beam and kind of hope that he jumps back. He's very red on this occasion. There we go. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of sit on his foot here. And if you crouch and hold L and R, Samus will crouch and aim upwards. It's kind of a safe spot. There we go. And now what we can... Oh, wow, this is not... That should be good. And now we can kind of just hang out sort of half in his hitbox and use the charge beam. It's pretty great. Yeah, if you have charge plasma, that's how I like to do that fight. Otherwise, honestly, by the time you get here, you'll probably have a bunch of super missiles that you can just spam at him anyways. So do that if that's your other option. Power bombs, amazing. More power bombs. If you're hurting for health a bit, there's some healing to be done right here. Alright, have the frame drops finally settled? I think they might have done, thank goodness. Geez, I don't know why my internet is bad these days, but it is. Oh well. Anyway, if you're in need of super missiles, these enemies here will always drop a super if you're in need of one. Which is pretty nice. You can take them out with a power bomb or with the screw attack. Screw attack is obviously a lot easier. Power bombs work as well though. Alright. Ow. This is pretty aptly named the worst room in the game. Ideally, you really want to hope you have screw attack or plasma beam coming into this. And you definitely want space jump. I would be shocked if newbie mode didn't give you space jump for this room. Because yeah, you really need it to get up here otherwise. So things you could do, you could bomb jump up here, otherwise. Or you could do a fancy wall jump with the high jump boots as well. That is true, yes, but honestly, you can still just spam super missiles at him too. That'll just work. He'll catch some of them, but while he's in that catching animation, you can actually shoot more supers at him. So yeah, spamming supers does work. And that is the method I would suggest, if you don't have like charged plasma. Yeah, exactly. Good point. I did mention that before. Duh. Now this one can be a bit of a trick for new players as well. These are all bomb blocks. And if you have the bombs, just like, bomb this spot here. Or if you have screw attack, you can just screw attack into this spot here. Don't go past that because these are all crumble blocks and it would make you sad because you'd have to go and check, go and do the worst room in the game again. You don't want to do that. Come through here for the good old Mickey Mouse room. Classic, absolute classic check. Wait, that was the wrong one. Whoops. This one is the one we're looking at. And now what we're going to do, just hop back onto these crumble blocks. If you have to use a power bomb to open this, that's okay. You should be able to still jump from here. You can use space jump anyways. Yeah, sorry, I know. Just clarifying on that. Yeah, you're right. I should have mentioned that. Good catch, Clara. But yeah, this is a good way to do this room. If you have space jump, just get it. You can kind of space jump around that pillar there. I would recommend doing that. Otherwise, yeah, just jump up the platforms and hopefully don't be too scared of the pirate friends. Yeah, in terms of routing, if you feel like you need a bit more stuff, you can continue going to the right up there for a couple more things, but we're gonna go ahead and head down to Ridley here. And I would definitely recommend saving, because Ridley is, well, he's Ridley. Yes, my Ridley strats. Yes. Yes. Those. Uh-huh. So there's a sneaky little item back here. Gets us a super missile, amazing. No problem, Beamer. Thank you for hanging out for a while, I appreciate it. I will actually do that, yes, I'm gonna try that on the second one. Because I want to see if that works. Okay, so these dudes are weird. I kind of can't totally explain how they work, but honestly, if you just kind of jump over them, they will usually, yeah, when they do a flip, you want to start charging your beam. Then they'll kind of jump at you like that. And that's when you want to take your time to charge a shot. And usually it'll take him out. Yeah, we're going to try this out because I've never tried it. Yeah, when he jumps, he can jump at you like this. Let's see here. How would we do this? How would we do this? Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Okay, I didn't know you could do that. That's neat. Now I know. That's cool. Make our way through here. If you need to top up on stuff, these dudes can drop stuff for you. No, it just works like that. The X-ray glitch is so strange, but it's great. How's it going, Luna? Good to see you. Alright, so here is Ridley. And you know, in all my years of playing Super Metroid and randomizers of Super Metroid and SMZ3 and stuff, I honestly kind of don't really have much of a strategy for Ridley. Honestly, I kind of just tank things. Which I know is not very good advice for a, you know, beginner-friendly here's how to do things stream. But it's how I do it. So yeah, I just tank things, and you just kind of want to hope that you have a bunch of energy for this. If you have all the beams, the charged plasma is a pretty good way to go here. Yeah, he's a bit more bluer than usual tonight. You can do that. Otherwise, you probably have a fair chunk of supers that you can spam at him too. Supers work also very well. But yeah, I kind of just tank stuff. I apologize for not having a better strat than that, but that's how I do it. Kind of showing both ways to fight though. You can use supers or, you know, charge plasma and stuff. He looks like a fetus? I kind of don't see it, to be honest with you. Block with your face. Exactly. Perfect strats. There we go. We got him. I mean, I'm sure honestly, I probably do need to sit down and like learn the patterns and attacks and stuff, but I don't know. In all my time playing this, I've kind of just tanked it. So I apologize for not having a better strat than that. Here we have an E-tank. Imagine that being vanilla. Be crazy, right? And we can just head on out. Face tanking is the best strat. Yeah, you know it to be true. Alright, yeah, I'm glad the darn frame drops have settled again. It's lovely to look over and see 41,000 dropped frames, so you know, my internet's really good at the moment. Absolutely. It does kind of look like he's sitting down. Yeah, I have kind of thought that sometimes, Luna. That's actually true, yeah. He does look a bit small. I think in the GBA games he was quite a bit bigger from what I remember. Alright, but now we're just on the way out of Lower Norfair here. There's only a couple more checks in the game at this point. Takes up a large portion of the screen in Zero. Yes, in Zero Mission he's actually pretty big, isn't he? That's right. I want to say he was pretty big in Fusion as well. You didn't know there was Prime Trilogy on the Wii? Really? It's really good. It's, I would say, the best way to play those games casually. I would very much recommend it. The Prime Trilogy is great. Alright, so that one is a bit of a sneaky one. You can use a super missile or a power bomb to kill the dude down there. And then you can sneak in here and get that. Just gonna kind of tank things here. I feel like in Newbie, by the time you're at Lower Norfair, you should have a lot of stuff. What's nice is you can see the item over here before you get it, so if it's something you don't need, you don't have to get it, but I'll show you how you get it. Yes, it was originally on the GameCube, that's true, but they had a trilogy re-release that ported the whole Metroid Prime trilogy to the Wii, and it was really awesome. There's a super missile hanging out here. We're up here now. And we can go ahead and use a bomb to bust this open. Now, if you have the spring ball, my advice here is just hold down the jump button. It's kind of how I always do it. If you don't, I think you can still just kind of do it. I kind of want to double check it. Can we go back? Probably not now. I'm not sure if I've ever really had to do that without spring ball. Let's see, I'm kind of curious to see how I would do it without. I think you can just do like Midair Morphs to do it. We'll make a save state so we don't have to go back. Spring ball off. Let's see. Well, can we just kind of do it? I think maybe you can just kind of do it. Midair Morph there. Midair Morph there. Yeah, you just have to do a few more Midair Morphs for it. Okay. Now we know. There you go. I'll do a save state so you don't have to watch me loop back around there. And this should be the last thing in the game, I do believe. Tank the acid there, it's fine. There's a little bomb block right here. Just one. That's it. These two missiles, yeah. Okay, so, peek at the map. Don't believe I missed anything. I think we're all good there. Nice. I guess we'll find out when we get to the end of the game. It'll show us our completion. But hey, also, I guess we don't need this map tracker anymore, so let's just go back over to this. There we go, now the chat will be better. Alright. You can screw attack through those blocks, or you can use a power bomb if you don't have screw attack as well, or regular bombs, whatever floats your boat. No more maps. Yeah, maps are for chumps, right? Who needs those? No, maps are good for new players, as I've been saying. I sure am not used to them. So now at this point, it's just a bunch of backtracking to get back to Turian, so that's where we're gonna head. The screw attack is such an awesome item, yeah, it's really, really helpful. I feel like newbie mode might place those items a bit earlier. In the seed. Just because it helps out. I don't know, it seems the case because we got screw attack pretty early. Have I played Dread yet? No, I have not. I will get to it soon, TM. Trust me, when I do get to Dread, folks will know about it, I assure you. It'll be a blind LP and it'll be great. I will tell folks. Folks will know, I assure you. I am looking forward to getting to it. Whenever I get back to LPs, it'll happen. Last one I did was like, sadly, I think Dark Souls 2 finished like a bit over a year ago now. I'm sad to say that. I really do want to get back to Let's Play soon. Soon, TM. Soon. All right. Up we go, Samus, there you go. Alright. Stop by the ship to heal up, get all our stuff back. There we go, and this will probably be the last save we do. Because, if you're gonna save in Turian, I would recommend only saving at the first save point. I would recommend making that a habit. I'll show you why when we get there. So now, Turian is back over this way. Alright. So remember when we opened this door up at the start of the game? Now we don't have to spend 5 missiles to do it. And yeah, you need to beat all the bosses to get down here. You probably know this if you've played Super Metroid before, which I'm sure you have if you're watching this video, or stream, or whatever, but you know what I mean. Alright. So yeah, if you're gonna save it, Turian, just save it this one, not the later one. I'll show you why when it becomes relevant. So, the Metroids. You might be thinking that the Ice Beam is required to kill them. It's actually not, and I will show you in a moment here. It's a lot faster with the Ice Beam. But, should be one more here. Yes, we're gonna let him grab us. You can also kill them with power bombs. Takes a few, I think it's like 3? Yeah, you can kill them with 3 power bombs. So, this means that the Ice Beam is not necessarily required. Does it help? Yeah, it helps a lot. But not necessarily required to beat the game. There we go. So yeah, we're just gonna take out all the Metroids now. This is where you want to be good at, this is where you want to be good at item cancelling. Because you really want to be able to swap to your beam really fast. Yeah, the rings! I've heard them called many things. SpaghettiOs. I've always called them rinkers for some reason. I don't know where I got that name from. I don't know, that's just what I always called them for some reason. I have no idea why. SpaghettiOs, yeah. Just gotta deal with these dudes. And unfortunately, we have to lose all our health here. There's a cool trick you can do to skip getting caught by the baby Metroid, but I sure don't know how to do it. Oh, is it really? Well, if that's the case, I didn't actually know that. Maybe I did know that when I was younger, and it stuck in my subconscious or something. Who knows? Anyway, we sure got grabbed by the baby Metroid, who shall leave us at 1 health, and it's sad. Anyway, if you've seen all this before, I shouldn't have to explain what's going on here. It's the baby. We have to say the baby a couple times. So now, you absolutely want to go heal. Yeah, the baby. think you would be a fool if you didn't. In fact, you probably wouldn't be able to win, actually, if you didn't. So, yeah, go heal. But yeah, I'm gonna show this. You should not save at the save point in the next couple rooms because the door here should be locked. Yeah, this door never opens. This door never opens, so it's a point of no return. So like if you're playing like a multi-world, for example, and you missed some items for someone, that's a bit awkward if you save down here because you can't go back and get them. Or if you want to go back and like get 100% on the seed or something for some reason, you could never go back if you save here. So yeah, I just recommend never saving at the save point down here. I recommend making that a habit. Also, it's not too hard if you die and have to go through Turian again, because Turian's not too difficult, I would argue. Just don't get hit. Well, actually, you need 3 E-tanks to beat Mother Brain. I will show you why when we get there. You need at least 3 E-tanks, otherwise you cannot do it. Mother Brain's looking a bit blue today. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. It makes no sense to me. It's such a weird choice. There really was no reason for it to be a point of no return. Yeah, the laser things are a bit strange. Anyway, there's ways you can make this a bit easier. Like since we have the ice beam, we can freeze these things to stop them from spawning in for a bit. Honestly, I just spam missiles at her. And then we get to Godzilla or Mother Brain 2. This can be a bit scary. If you don't have the charge beam, then you really want to hope you have enough ammo, but you should be all good by this point. If you've checked like everything else or as much as you need to in the game, you should hopefully have enough ammo. So yeah, basically we're just gonna aim and shoot. Yeah, chicken legs. Now I should probably start explaining this now. We want to be at 3 E-tanks, specifically 3, no more, no less. By the time Mother Brain is getting ready to use her Rainbow Beam. The reason for that is, the cutscene where the baby Metroid comes in will only happen once you're at 0 E-tanks. And Mother Brain's Rainbow Beam does 3 E-tanks of damage. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start walking into her here. Oh, it's a bit of a race. There we go. So yeah, it'll do 3 E-tanks of damage to us. And now we're at 0 E-tanks. And now that we're at 0 E-tanks left, this means that the baby Metroid cutscene can happen. So if you don't do that damage boost stuff, you just have to sit there being hit by the Rainbow Beam like 3 times and it takes ages. So this is a big way to speed up the fight. Anyways, now we just kind of hang out. This is basically just going to play out like the vanilla game at this point. What exactly is Mother Brain? She's like some kind of like bio-weapon that the space pirates were developing or something, I think. I think that's what she's like the leader of the space pirates or something like that. Metroid 1 says something about that. And in this game, they revived her somehow for reasons. Don't question it. It's a, SNES plot. She comes back in other M2 and it's a little bit stupid, but that's beside the point. Yeah, it's something like that. Anyway, time for things to get sad. So, now we come to the last part of the fight here. Honestly, you can just stand in the corner. You can just stand in the corner and hold down the fire button. You will be fine, I promise. Yep, taste the rainbow, it's the Skittles beam. We've come to call it the Skittles beam around these parts, but no, it is actually called the Hyper Beam. But I like the Skittles beam, because it's a rainbow and it's great. But yeah, you can just do this. Pretty great. There you go, good final boss, we did it. I like Skittles too. It's been a while since I've had them, mind you, but I do like Skittles. And with that, it's about time we escaped. We better go do that. And the escape sequence is pretty much as it was in the vanilla game. Original Mother Brain was actually made by the Chozo. Is that true? I did not know that. And then what? The Space Pirates took it over or something? Okay. If you have the speed booster, you can come down here and Shine Spark up this. Saves a bit of time. I would recommend it. She went rogue. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Alright, let's get hit by this guy like we always do. Yup, every time that guy gets me. Every single time. Don't know what it is with him. He's just really good at his job. Okay, so I'm gonna actually make a save state here in case I mess this up. Save state. So, what we did is we shot those pirates and opened this door here. What we're gonna do is we are gonna charge a Shine Spark. We're gonna stand right at the edge of the platform and get a Shine Spark going. And then we're gonna aim diagonally. And most of the time this works. It gets you all the way up this shaft in record time. If you have the speed booster, I really recommend going for that. It saves a bunch of time. And you know what? Just for fun, let's go and save the animals too. Now you don't have to do this in your run, but hey, if you feel like saving the animals, you can save the animals. Here they are. Hello, animal friends. You can open this door for them, or this wall, I should say. They're gonna go. You gotta go, buddy. The lava's coming. Get out of here. He's off. Yeah, I was half expecting to accidentally have put Save the Animals surprise on. Thankfully not. And then you can just go out the normal way here, but I'm just gonna get out in style because I can. Hang on, wait. No, I gotta get out in style. It's important. No, wait. I wanna get out in style. Hang on. No, wait. We gotta get out in style. No, wait. No! Style! There we go, we got out in style, okay. And then we're just gonna go get on the ship. And there we go. And I like to hit time, when Samus enters the ship. So there we go, we did it. So that should be all the checks, I hope. I really hope I didn't miss anything, but I think it's rare for me to derp on checks in Super Metroid, honestly. But it has happened on occasion, as regular viewers of me will know. Anyway, saving the animals is fun. You will see, if you look closely on the middle right of the screen here, you'll see a little star fly off. There they go. I like that, it's a nice touch. And it's the canon ending too. Because they come back in Metroid Fusion. Alright, let's get some credits. I do love this credits theme a lot, by the way, it's really good. But yeah, I hope this is helpful to folks. I tried to go through this without too many tricks. Thank you for the GGs, Clara. I tried to go through this without using too many tricks, because, let me tell you what, Super Metroid is a very, there's a lot of technical, trickery sort of stuff, that can potentially be in it. So, it can be pretty daunting for new players. So what I've done is I've tried to go through and show a lot of beginner-friendly ways to get all the checks in this, and I hope I've done a good job of that. And I did occasionally show a few little tricks here and there. You don't have to know them. You don't have to do them. Are they going to help you out? Yeah, for sure. But on newbie difficulty here, you shouldn't have to do any of those tricks that I talked about or anything that was discussed in the chat here. But yeah, here we get all our stats and stuff. It's kind of weird that they really break down your times in each area here. I kind of preferred when it was just time in Brinstar, and Wreck Ship, and Norfair, and Meridia, but now it's all the different parts of each of those areas, and it's kind of weird. I don't know. SM64 is a pretty good credits theme as well, I can't dispute that. And then, nice thing here, it does at the end here, it shows you the expected progression, which is really nice. You were supposed to get that space jump way earlier, that's alright. And then it's, so all the spots with letters behind them is like, this is progression, and then the other stuff is considered not required. But it certainly helped us out. Final in-game time, 2 hours 45 minutes. I would say not bad for checking everything. At least again, I hope we checked everything. And again, I wasn't aiming to do this with tricks or anything. I certainly could have done it faster if I were using tricks and stuff. But no, I was trying to show beginner-friendly ways to do things. Like I was saying, I hope I helped out with that. Dear Force, that's a thing we have to say, right? Yep, Dear Force, that's it. Alright, let's see a nice 100% please, or I'll be upset at myself. Good, okay, great. Just making sure. There you have it. That is every check. Yep, Bikini Samus, whoa, look out. Yeah, this was kind of the old design that they had. I think it wasn't until... might have been Zero Mission that Samus started having the light blue suit. I'm not 100% sure of that. Zero Mission or maybe Prime 2? Something like that. Well, one of them. Anyway, yeah. I hope this helped folks out. I had a good time doing this, and yeah, like I've been saying, Super Metroid is a game that I feel that I know quite well, so I hope I've been able to help folks out here. Yeah, that's really all I got. As usual, let me know if there's any questions that folks might have in the VOD. Feel free to leave a comment down below, let me know, and I will get to it when I can. If there's anything I need to re-explain or whatever, you know, feel free. Thank you folks for being here. I'm really sorry that we had 43,000 dropped frames over this stream. I don't know why my internet has been so crap these days. Hopefully that'll sort itself out. But hey, YouTube VOD watchers, you'll be all good, because I like to local record these, so yay. But yeah, take it easy everybody. Hope you all have a lovely day, afternoon, whatever it is for you. And I will see you when I see you. It is known for being bad. This is a good example of that, isn't it? But yeah, take it easy everybody. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.